Well, now we are going live on YouTube. Once again. Here we go. What's up, John? So we're going live tonight, and tonight we did this a couple weeks ago where we did a free giveaway to anybody that was a member of our YouTube channel. So what I've done is I wrote down, I don't know if you can see this, I wrote down everyone's names on a little piece of paper, and I'm going to throw them into something, mix them all up, and just pick one name out. And whoever's name we pick out is going to be the winner. And that person will win something free from the 98%, and we will ship it out to you. The last time we did a giveaway, the winner was Ron the Don, and we sent him a set of grippers from 50 pounds all the way up to 300 pounds. It was a whole set from Gorilla Grips. So that was kind of cool. What's up, Troy? Oh, the professor's coming on. Well, everyone, Dave Shell's still alive. I think he's with McErchern right now.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I am.
Hey, Dave Shell and Jonathan McErchern.
Yes, in fact, what we can do here is let's see the video. Let's see, virtual background. No, and I want to get to none. And then you can see.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
How you doing?
We're getting there.
Oh, hey, I mean, there's half a wave. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I want to get back on the table.
How are the fingers feeling? Good?
We're getting there. I mean, I have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're getting to be able to close almost the whole hand now. So
That's good, man.
we've been fitted for prosthetic.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
Cool, man.
Just one day at a time.
You gotta go with the extra long finger prosthetic.
Yeah, we're getting the one that you sent me. I'm actually having built.
The big long one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be funny though. Good night, John Bailey. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Okay, so we are on live on YouTube then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast except for a couple pieces of scrapple while I was frying them. And so we've ordered a massive pizza. But so you're going to get to watch me munching away. But hey, so what? But
Pizza, Dave, that's not good for your diet.
I know, but I haven't had anything all day except, like I say, 3 pieces of scrapple and my egg whites, spinach, and egg whites and spinach this morning. Didn't even have a potato with the egg whites and spinach. But
Well, as soon as you mentioned your breakfast, Dave, 30 more people started watching to find out what you're eating.
okay.
TJ Trout in the house, FTG Friday. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm just going to mute this for a moment so I can see what they're saying. Hang on.
Dave Shell here to save the day. All right, I'm mixing up these names. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names that we're going to mix up. Now, I did not put my So, no, there's more than that. I missed one. I did not put 98 in it since we're giving the thing away for free. But 98 is a member of the membership. Twelve names. We'll mix them up and pick a name. Robert Kelly in the house says he'll see us at Winter Blast. I don't know if Robert Kelly,
That's probably not a good idea.
I don't know if he has the balls to show up to Winter Blast. I guess we'll find out.
Robert Kelly, I'll tell you, Robert Kelly has done a very nice job cleaning up that other chat, which I'm not allowed to mention the names or the letters, which was basically a real dumpster fire, and basically just threw a couple people off it. And it is much less a dumpster fire, and we actually have some very interesting conversations on it. That people are actually talking about arm wrestling, believe it or not, and are basically making sense.
Gee,
So,
thanks, Dave.
I congratulate him for that.
That is a step in the right direction, but we don't talk about them, Dave.
Yep.
Grow up, David Show.
What the hell, Dave Shell?
Yeah.
Stick to eating scrapple.
Yeah. Well. Well, I hope they like it tomorrow because I brought 8 pounds of it.
8 pounds of scrapple? Holy shit.
I forgot about the zombies.
Yeah, and plus,
What if,
I brought Pennsylvania ketchup, Heinz. I brought Pennsylvania apple butter. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the farmers market, so I had to settle for Vermont maple syrup instead of Pennsylvania maple syrup. But hey, which was probably all.
You're not going to beat the Canadian maple syrup that they get in New Hampshire. So,
well, I think it says it's from Vermont, but I think it says a combination of American and Canadian. But whatever.
Dave,
it's from.
What if you ruin Badger's party and they all start eating scrapple and vomiting?
Well, that's not who to blame.
The whole party just starts to projectile vomit all over each other.
They're going to destroy Badger's toilet. Is what's going to happen?
Remember that movie Stand By Me? That kid's story at the fire about that fat kid at the pie eating contest, and they all puked all over each other.
Oh yeah.
No, I must watch different movies than you do.
Stand By Me is a classic, Dave.
Hey, I didn't even look at Over the Top until I had been pulling for about a year and a half. But people kept yelling at me, "What? You haven't seen a damn movie?" Oh, all right, I watched a fucking movie. But still haven't seen Pulling John, but hey, whatever.
Pulling John is good.
Yeah.
If you like Travis.
Yeah.
No, but it is a good little documentary type thing about arm wrestling. So I had my daughter singing the theme song to Ghostbusters today.
Jonathan's here playing video games on the TV, so maybe I'll put the background in. I was taking it out so you could see him too, but
TJ Trout said River Phoenix, yeah. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, anyway.
So what did I miss in the first half hour?
Arm wrestling CEO said, "What in the world? An arm wrestler that hasn't seen Pulling John?" Dave, you're letting us down here, dude.
It's me.
He said, "Refund the time you spent on Over the Top and spend it on Pulling John instead." Okay. What's up, Schmo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So I am going to pick a name out of this group of names. We'll see who it is.
Oh, and by the way, we decided to go with a bottle of vodka this time. I didn't bring my wine along, so we're going to eventually we'll start misbehaving because bottle of Smirnoff 80 proof.
Are you guys going to wrestle again?
Well, if you'd like.
No.
I mean, it got weird last time.
I don't know. He's getting a lot stronger. The guy he has a super match with tomorrow is going to be in big trouble.
If you put McErchin, if you put one of your finger nubs up against Dave's nose, it'll look like the whole finger's up his nose.
It looks like it does the mine.
Or like it's all the way in your ear. The nightmare's here.
Oh, all the way from the west, almost the west coast.
Oh, yes, sir.
Never had vodka and iced tea. What do you think? Vodka and iced tea, would that work?
That's a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, vodka goes with everything, Dave.
All right.
That's what I just said. I was like, that's called
You
Long
could
Island.
put vodka in urine and it'll
Long
taste.
Island iced tea has all sorts of other shit in it too.
Yeah, but that's the main thing. Vodka and fucking vodka. Vodka goes with everything.
Oh,
Vodka and milk, and it would
your
taste
turn. Schmo wants to see your hand. There we go. Line it up with Dave's nose.
We might have to take the background off for that. It might take too much talent.
We may have to interview one of your 7 fingers.
let them have their side.
See how they feel like they hold resentment against you.
I mean, it wasn't my fault.
That is true.
Well, that's about, maybe that's about a triple.
Shut up,
Jeez.
Shut up, Dave.
Dave Shell getting drunk on the 98 podcast.
dude. Dude, again. Hey, hold this guy.
Watch out. He gets touchy feely when he gets a few in him.
I have to get in training. It's as of tomorrow.
If
It's
he
only
gets touchy feely, he might get a few in him.
as
Dude,
of tomorrow. It's only 4 weeks till my challenge match with Hunter. As of tomorrow.
The last time you guys drank together, there was some wrestling, and I think McErchin was trying to lift your shirt so that we could all see your nipples.
Yes, this was true. Disgusting. I'm a changed man.
Schmo said, "How the hell did it heal that quickly?" Damn, glad you're doing better, buddy.
I'm made out of shit that's not made on Earth anymore.
David Marr said you've been shell shocked.
Yeah, David Marr. Marr. Whether Marr made it tomorrow was going to depend on whether it was snowing. Well, as of tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be snowing in New York. So does that mean that Marr is coming to the Granite Arms party? It might be snowing up there, at least in the morning.
Captain Obvious in the house. Celebrating FTG Friday with us. That's very catchy, FTG Friday.
Yeah.
Well, I have 5 FTG helmets to hand out tomorrow if they want.
Hell yeah, dude.
Goodie bags.
Yo, you draw a name out of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first name that I pull out, let's see.
Well, show us what they're winning again. You didn't show us yet. Did you?
Once I pick the name, I'm going to show it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The first name. Oh, I don't know if you can see this so people don't think it was cheating, but it says Josh Berger. So Josh Berger gets the free prize this year. This month. I don't know. We didn't even wait a full month to do it because it's fun to give something away. We'll just do it whenever we want. That's all.
Hey,
Yeah.
Arm Assassin Strength Shop in the house. Lucas Raymond.
Strength Shop. Lucas Raymond. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? So if you go to Lucas's website and you use the code 98% Club, you will get a discount on Arm Assassin Strength Shop handles, which he sells the best handles in the arm wrestling world. Make sure you go check that out.
And that's
He's right
98%
here.
percent spelled out, right?
No, 98 with the percent symbol.
Oh, it is a percent symbol. Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me look it up. I
thought it was just 98 Club.
It could be. Let me double check.
I don't think it has percent in. I think it's just 98 Club.
Let me double check so that we don't have people putting in the wrong. Oh, it is 98% club. It's the symbol, not fully written out. Thanks, Lucas. So 98% club, you put that in there and you'll get a discount. It's not a 98% discount. Lucas turned down that percentage. But yeah, Lucas is the man for any kinds of handles or any kind of equipment you need for arm wrestling or grip strength. If you like working on your grip, he's the man to talk to. 8% discount. That's what you get, which is great.
Worth every dime. Worth every dime.
Absolutely. I'm going to be talking to Lucas soon. I know we haven't talked yet, Lucas, but we're supposed to. But, some of these raffles we've been doing to give away free stuff, we might throw in like a gift card or a percentage off to his website so that, we can help promote him and get more people shopping, get the community involved in everything that we do. So, hey, Lucas, are you going to be able to make it to Winter Blast since it's not on the same day as Arnold's?
Maybe we should just invite him on and have him talk about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
What he's making. See if
he's probably going to be soon. We'll be on all night, buddy. We stay on late. If you want to come on, Lucas, so you can talk, feel free. I can send you the link. You guys got any pick for Mr. Olympia tomorrow?
I didn't even see who all was going to be there. I didn't even see a list of
I got
bowlers or anything.
I got to see the list.
Give him 5 minutes.
All right, I'll send you the link to your Facebook.
The one match I seen there was was it Dallas Langston and Eduardo Tiete?
Oh, really? How'd that go?
It did. That's tomorrow.
That's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, I think Tiete, dude, he went up. He moved up in weight. He's coming in there 198 pounds. He's going to be an animal there at that weight.
Tiete, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a beast, dude. I would not underestimate him for sure.
No. I've seen some of his training videos. He trains pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
I took a picture of the wrapper today on the when I was making the scrapple, so these Yankees know what they're getting into tomorrow in case they ask. Ingredients: pork stock, pork skins, yellow cornmeal, wheat flour, pork hearts, pork livers, salt, and spices. Doesn't that sound yummy? Especially the livers and hearts part.
Thanks, Dave. All right, let me send Lucas that link. That'd be cool. Lucas joins us on here. So I don't know if you guys all know this, but every tournament we have, we give away a free table to someone who doesn't have a table, or someone maybe that can't afford one, or, they're new to the sport. And Lucas Raymond always makes that table for us and gives it to us at his cost. And, that's super nice of him to do. So we always give away a table at all our tournaments, and we'll be doing the same at Winter Blast. So if you guys know people that are new to the sport or would like a table and can't afford one, shoot a couple names my way, because we'll add them to the list. And we always we always have a list going, and we'll pick a name out of that. What we do is see who shows up, and we pick a name out of the list of someone who's at the event so that we can give it to them at the event. So if you're going to Winter Blast and you know some people that are coming to Winter Blast that may need a table, shoot their names our way and we will add them to the list. So Josh Berger won this blue backpack. From Armaid, who was a sponsor at one of our events, and they gave us this. I don't know if you can see it, but basically, you put it on your knee, right? There's a pad here, and it goes on your knee. Now, say your forearm's all jacked up from arm wrestling or any other kind of activity that you use your forearm for. We won't get into specifics, but you just put your arm through, and it really massages the heck out of your forearm. And it's adjustable, so you actually can use it on your upper arm. You know, it's a recovery tool. Oh, Dan Schwartz is in here. Dan Schwartz is probably thinking, finally, because they gave us a couple of these a while back, and I've been meaning to do a giveaway or give them away at a tournament, but they've been sitting in my car this whole time. And the other day, before I got into the house, I grabbed one of them and brought it in the house. So, Josh Berger, test this out, see what you think. Thank you, Armaid, for giving us some of these to check out. It does really, I'll tell you, it does go deep on the forearm. But when you put it on your knee, it's a lot easier to really work it into your forearm. But anyway, I'll send this to you, Josh, and I'll throw some 98 merchandise in there, like a koozie, stuff like that. Whatever we have laying around, 98%, we usually try to send it out to people when we mail them stuff. So, Josh won that this week. That's the winner of the free giveaway this week. And we'll do it again in a couple more weeks. We have a lot of companies that send us stuff like handles and this and that, and to check out. And what we're going to do is give them away for free, and then you guys can check them out and send us some feedback on them. And you get a free handle or a free item or something. And we get to show the sponsor that, we got guys in the field testing it out, trying them out, giving us some feedback. So that's a fun thing, in the future, we might give away some hats or a shirt or a backpack or some items like that. So, anyway, that was this week's giveaway. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll have Raymond on here shortly. Oh, I forgot to post the live link on the YouTube. On Facebook.
Yeah, because after all, who just wants to see the three of us? Been watching to see if Ted shows up on the chat, which he hasn't yet. Because Ted helped me keep things alive last week when Chuck wasn't around, and you crapped out early, and it was me, Ted, and Levi Radkowski for a while. And I think Berger was on fairly late too.
Don't ever accuse me again of crapping out early.
Yeah, I put that, in fact, it's interesting because I put that in my Christmas letter this year that I talked about how my car, it's the first time I bought a newer car before the old one crapped out. And Word told me, flag the word crapped, because it said, some people may find this word offensive. But oh, for God's sakes. Of course, I also said little old lady, and it didn't flag that. So I think it must be a very misogynistic, ageist computer when it flags crap and it does not flag little old lady. Okay, that sounds like my pizza. Hang on a minute.
Lucas said he was in bed. He'll be ready to. I sent you the link to your Facebook Messenger, Lucas, on your Lucas Raymond account. I know he goes to bed early, but he also wakes up super early to get welding. Then you throw a kid or two on top of that, and it's a long day.
Yeah, I think I own most of the handles that he makes. They're all made so well.
Oh yeah, sturdy.
Yeah. Still in the debate about that spring handle. I don't even know if I need that since I have his whole pulley system in that.
Yeah.
Colin wanted me to send him the link, so I sent him the link.
Sweet. I like Colin. Get him on here.
Yeah. Zoom is updating. It's been a while.
It's been a while since I've been on it. That's funny.
But when he started making like the whole Napalm Nightmare series stuff, I've got a lot of that.
Yeah, dude, I can't even count how much shit I got. I got that that monster bar he's got.
The monster curl bar.
Yeah, dude, I love that thing. I use that curl bar for all my curling. It's badass looking too.
I think that's one of the only other things I really want to get that I don't have is that monster curl bar.
Yeah. I got the one too that has the two perpendicular bars on it.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
Oh, that one's really hard to hold on to when you got some weight on there.
Yeah.
You really gotta have a good grip. So it does it's kind of like you're doing two hammer curls at the same time, but because it's such a fat grip, it's way harder to hold on to.
Yeah.
So it really makes you like grab on.
Yeah, you don't really need to use a lot of weight.
Right. I can't use a lot of weight anyway.
Yeah, right.
5 pounder on each side.
Well, the bar itself weighs like what, 50 pounds?
Yeah, it's up there. But it's cool looking. Holy moly, we got Colin in the house.
What's
What's going on, Colin?
I'm just loving life. How about you guys?
Bah humbug. Everything's good, man. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
You ready for Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Going back to Canada for Christmas. Be nice. My first time home in almost 3 years.
Do Canadians celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, they do. But there's no like Santa Claus or anything like that. All the presents are brought by the Great Goose.
What do you mean there's no Santa?
There's no Santa. It's the Great Goose.
There's a Santa.
Not in Canada, no.
Not in Canada, there's not.
No. And like the story, like the stork delivering babies, Great Goose. Easter Bunny, Great Goose. The Great Goose does it all.
Nice. We just did a free giveaway.
Oh yeah, what'd you give away?
We gave away an arm. Hold on, let me show you. It's made by Armaid. It's like a recovery.
Kool-Aid?
It's a recovery tool for your
Oh
arm.
yeah. Yeah. I've seen those.
Yeah, and you put it on your knee, and you can like push your forearm through it. Dude, it actually really gives you a deep forearm massage.
Yeah.
Like if you really have a sore forearm.
Who'd you give it away to?
The winner was Josh Berger. So what we do,
Rigged.
well, here's the problem. What we do is we have a membership for our YouTube.
I was trying to lean back.
We have 13 members. So every month we put whoever is a member, their name in a hat. We just pick one out. Last month was Ron the Don, Ron Weber. He won. And this week was Josh Berger.
Cool.
It only seems rigged because we only have about 13 people that are members. You know what I mean? I think
How does that work?
bigger.
Like not subscribers, obviously.
No, like the membership, like you know how you can be like a member of the channel, so it's like a paid
No.
membership.
I don't know that.
We have like 3 different tiers, like a $2.99 one, a $4.99 one, and a $9.99 one, or something like that. But anybody who's a member, regardless of what level, we throw their name in a hat every month, and we give them something for free.
Yeah, Sarah will tell me.
And of course, because they're a bunch of perverts, they're generally the levels are named after Gold Bond.
Not all of them, Dave, just the top one.
Yeah.
Gold Bond Master.
Where do I find this?
There's I see Sarah Latona is in the chat. The monster killer.
Oh, Sarah. How you doing, Sarah? Lucas Raymond's coming on in a minute to talk about some of his amazing Arm Assassin Strength Shop products. So that should be cool. But yeah.
Most of them.
What do I get by joining the channel?
You get your name put in the monthly free giveaway for one. If we're
Jonathan said you get free docking.
Come on, sell this to me. I have it right in front of me.
If you it depends what level, but all the different levels have different perks. But a lot of times if we release some videos early or have some inside info that we can't release to the public just yet, we'll make like a video that's only for the members. And then again, every member gets added to our monthly drawing, and we give away something for free to that member.
Gotcha.
Last month, it was a set of grips from 50 pounds to 300 pounds made by Gorilla Grips. And Ron the Don won those. So I'm sure once his schedule calms down, he'll send us some pictures gripping. Hopefully. But a lot of people send us free stuff like those grips and different handles and stuff. So instead of me just keeping them all, we decided let's just give them away to a member, and then they can check it out and review it and let us know what they think of the product. And then we'll pass on that information to the sponsors who sent it to us and tag them in some pictures and stuff like that. So
cool.
I mean, I get different handles and stuff almost every week, or like chalk or like different things like that. So Sarah. Oh yeah, Sarah. Our buddy Dan Schwartz is over there right now. Dan the Nightmare Schwartz. Who else went to Olympia from up here?
No.
I don't know of anybody else.
Could it just be Dan the Nightmare Schwartz that went from up here?
Yeah.
No, someone else had to go. Didn't was Palco there?
I don't think he went. He may have. I'm not sure.
No, he was getting sponsors for France, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
including us.
Lucas Raymond, about 50% downloaded. It was like 5 versions ago. That's funny.
Mhm.
I can't wait to watch Olympia and see who's all going to be there.
I'm telling you, I'm really interested in that Dallas Langston Eduardo Tiete match.
Yeah. Well,
That should be
there's one from up here. Eduardo's there.
Yeah, Eduardo, where's he from? Like Connecticut?
Where's Eduardo from?
I'm pretty
Connecticut or Massachusetts or something?
Yeah, he's up
Massachusetts.
New England.
Massachusetts, I'm told by the person from Connecticut who's sitting next to me.
Who dat?
Jonathan McGurchin.
Never heard of him.
Good.
Never heard of him. Good. That's what he said. Good. He can speak up.
Keep it that way.
Captain Obvious said the dream catcher Schwartz.
The dream catcher.
Yeah, I'm coming to tonight, calling from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, on the way to the big Granite Arms Christmas party tomorrow.
Yeah, that's usually what do they usually get, like roughly 100 people there?
Well, last time we did, and I don't know if the weather will scare some people away. We had 100. The record's 106. Probably running 7 tables. I'm
Where
bringing
are those fucking people coming from?
We had somebody last year from all the last
Maine.
party, all 6 New England states, plus me and New York, plus Pennsylvania, New York. I think I'll probably get the distance. Well, no, I won't get the distance award.
Bob Brown's going to be there for
Bob
Utah.
Brown's going to be there. Bob Brown's going to be there this time.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, at least you'll still get the age award.
Brown.
Yeah,
No, maybe not.
Not the strength award.
yeah, Bob will be there, and I told Roger and Jen are coming. They're going to be up here from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Roger will be there.
So Roger, Learned, and Jen.
Dave, you're not going to be the oldest guy there, are you, Dave?
No, I presume he'll be there at 82. Yeah.
82? Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't make the
Norm Devio will be there.
Yeah, his wife was ill last time, he couldn't come, but yeah, he's 82 now. This is it's the only part of the countryside I come to, and was talk about being 71, and people are like, so what?
You think RVJ? Will RVJ make an appearance, you think, Dave?
I don't know. He's been to some of them. Yeah, it's his local group. He's been to some. And after all, in summer, he sometimes doesn't make it because he's running that donut business in the state park. But I would imagine the state park is closed for now.
Thanks for stopping by, Sarah. And come again anytime. If you guys ever want to jump on and say hi, feel free. Lucas, I believe he lives in Nantucket. Makes sense. Nantucket, what a nice place.
Nantucket for Eduardo. Well, he practices with, does he work out with Fitzsimmons?
I don't know.
I thought he was with James Fitzsimmons. That's where Norm was in that group. Alex Roberto.
Should we give Dave an award at Winter Blast that's like a golden bottle of Gold Bond powder?
Probably not. Just as a guess.
Would you come up and accept it, Dave?
Oh, hey, be good sport.
Maybe that's something that'll be in the works, Dave. You never know. Good sport of the year.
Yeah. I think this was a mistake. I decided to go with we're going through it pretty nicely. Decided to get the large pizza. I figured, what the hell, we can always finish it off for breakfast or something, but I'll tell you, it is humongous. Dave,
that pizza is going to go right to your hips.
Yeah. Not that I'm particularly worried about my hips.
Captain Obvious says RVJ will be singing Christmas songs after a box of wine.
That's probably.
That may be why Badger specifically said in invitation, bring drinks, bring food, no alcohol.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Oh. Specifically say no.
It's a dry event. Guess there's going to be a lot of people smoking weed up in that place. What's up, fellas? Bo Horner. Hey, what's up, Bo? There's a strong fella.
On
Hey,
the calling
nice.
in from work again, Bo, rather than doing your job, huh? Really?
He just hit 300 for 8 on his bench.
Hmm.
Is that all?
I know. I mean, I do like 5'6", but
Yeah, what
For
is
like-
Bo? What is
for like
Bo?
50.
Bo Horner, what do you weigh? Julian Smith. Oh, by the way, maybe there's people on this chat could help with this. Julian Smith is looking for a super match, either arm, for a winter blast at somebody in the 198 range.
So is Dustin Jelliff. I think we're gonna have Austin Jaggers and Derek Smith possibly. That's in
Austin Jaggers is heavier than 198, I think.
no. Well, yeah, he is, but so is Derek Smith.
Oh, I thought you were throwing them as contenders for.
No.
Who's
him-
Julian Smith?
That is Androvic's daughter's boyfriend, fiance. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. They were in. He's in the Marines, so they were in North Carolina for a while at Lejeune. So I don't know if he's been any tournaments you've been at.
What's his caliber?
Very strong. He's been pulling, I guess. Well, he got away from it for a while, but he's been pulling maybe, I don't know how many years, 6 years maybe.
He had a good battle recently with Tim Lewis.
Right or left?
Did they do both?
Tim.
No, I think they did left.
Tim only does left.
Well, Tim only.
Had to be left then.
Tim mustn't think he's very good if you challenged him.
Oh, Horner's thinking about dropping down to 177 for Winter Blast. Yikes.
Oh,
What's he at now?
212. That's going to
trouble.
be some trouble for the 177ers.
Depends how much time he has to rehydrate after that cut.
Yeah. Definitely go to weigh-ins the night before.
It's the kind of thing you want 2 days to recover for.
Yeah.
Like a nationals where you weigh in on the Friday and pull on the Sunday.
That must be crazy. Like people could show up 30 pounds heavier than they were on Friday, you know?
I did a 17-pound cut for 2018 nationals like that. Pulling in 198, but I was probably close to 215 on competition day.
Nice.
well, in that recent match, Elsesser said 4 hours. He had to lose 9 pounds in 4 hours. He was down. He was that far away. Apparently, he made it.
We could possibly have Jody Williams versus Uncle John, and also possibly Evan Burgoyne versus Roger Learned. Couple possibilities that have been talked about.
Is there priority being given to people with YouTube channels?
Hayden Salzman, hello. No, not at all. Anybody that would be a good match.
Oh yeah,
But
just
those
the
are
three of the four you just mentioned.
well, those are the guys that talk about matches the most. And Uncle John and Jody Williams were pulling a little like after pulling, and they, I guess, had a really competitive matchup with each other. So
Yeah,
they
what
were
is
like,
that?
we should have a match. And then Jody Williams was planning on possibly coming to Winter Blast. So it's a possibility.
Is Uncle John going to do the 75 classes again?
I hope so. That was pretty cool.
It's kind of fun busting his chops all day. I enjoyed that.
I bet. Dude, I was impressed. He's a lot stronger than I thought he was.
Yeah, no, he did quite well.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's a lot stronger than I thought he was, and he's a lot smaller than I thought he was.
Yeah, he was shorter than I thought he was going to be,
Yeah.
but yeah, he had some good matches there.
Yeah. For sure. It'd be fun to have Jody Williams come out too. He's a good dude.
Never met him. I know he does that thing with Espy every week.
Yeah, he's been on here a couple times. He hops on now and then. And super nice dude. Very knowledgeable about what's going on around the whole country.
Yeah, it's been around the sport for quite some time, I guess, right?
I think 12 plus
Yeah.
years. something. Over
No
12 years.
Chuck, no Chuck Bardot, but
I feel like lately I feel like I've been around too long.
Hey, Chuck, you're doing something right. Evan Burgoyne likes you.
Yeah. That makes me feel real warm and fuzzy inside.
I feel like if he comes, we're gonna get hit with some charges for like a ruined hotel room or something.
Yeah, I would think so.
they definitely want to find a seedy hotel for that guy.
They'll be like the one we got for what's his name? Jordan Sill. Which was a misunderstanding. So Jordan Sill was coming to pull Brandon Elsesser.
Yeah.
So I got a hotel on like Expedia.
Yep.
Showed the pictures, everything. It's like a $200 hotel. I'm like, that looks nice. Well, when I went to bring him there, it was not the hotel in the picture. It was like a fucking heroin crack village hotel. And he's like, no, it's fine, dude. I'll stay here. Well, later he called me. He's like, dude, this is fucking awful. I just found a heroin needle near the bed.
Captain Obvious says, could be Beerman and Nunya knife fight in the alley.
That could really happen. That's the problem. That's like legit a problem. We might need security at Winter Blast.
Yeah.
We might possibly have a bounce house for the kids at Winter Blast if the venue allows us to have it there, because Troy owns a bounce house company and offered to allow us to use a bounce house at Winter Blast.
What we have to do is make sure that the ceiling's high enough.
Oh, did you guys? Keith just asked if we talked about Travis versus Corey left. I think Travis would have to like train up.
Agent versus Bresnan or
No, Corey West.
Corey
Oh
West.
fuck. He'd have to train up real fucking hard.
That's what I mean. Like he's not.
Yeah.
He can't come off the couch for that match.
No. No, Corey's the best left-hander in the country right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he just beat
Cody
Merritt. Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
impressive, dude. That was
impressively beat him.
yeah. That was really good.
Like the last time Travis tried to bang with the big guys like that, he got smashed by Latimer.
I don't know that he would take that match. I mean, he might just for publicity, just to try to stay relevant. But
Yeah, he's not gonna take something he doesn't think he's gonna win though, right?
I would think not. I mean, you know how he is.
Yeah.
I don't know. He thought he was going to beat Brandon Elsesser.
Just added another
That
Canadian.
backfired.
Just added another Canadian to our ever-growing bond at 98. Just asked Henry Fair of Winkler, Manitoba. Winkler, Manitoba. That's a big place. Anyway, welcome, Henry. Let's see, what are we up to now?
Didn't think they had internet in Winkler, Manitoba yet.
Crystal Malik says Brian said he's coming for that 176 class at Winter Blast.
Nice. That's awesome. He's a beast.
Crystal, you can tell Brian that I'll be in 198 so he can avoid me. I know I scared him at Halloween Havoc.
People are only coming to Winter Blast because I don't compete.
They don't want the softballs.
Right. Because technically I could just basically say that I am every weight class. You know?
And still probably lose.
Dude, I would get smashed in every single weight class. I guarantee it. First off, I wouldn't, even if I thought I could win, I would just lose so that my title doesn't get given to someone. I'm not just giving up the worst arm wrestler title for free.
Yeah, that's why he refuses to pull me.
Devin's forearm. Devin's forearm in the house. What's up, buddy? Who else is in here? Let's see. I think I missed a few. Caden Salzman says hello. That hotel sounds like the one in my town. But anyway, so Jordan Sill, dude. So he thought we were fucking, we put him in that hotel purposely so he just have a rough night and like, you know what I mean? That
Like
was
home field advantage for Alsace or something?
Yeah, which was not the case, and I felt terrible about it. So the next night, I got him an even nicer hotel and made sure it was nice, and put him up there. So, oh, Brian Kane's in the house. What's up, buddy? Probably had a long day of arresting people. Probably not. Brian's too nice to do that.
And besides, if they arrest people in Philadelphia, the DA just lets them off
Just
anyway.
let them go. Yeah.
That's why the state house impeached the DA. Now it's up to the Senate to decide if they want to convict him or something.
Yeah. My hat goes off to any Philly police officers that have to deal with that. Having your own leaders want to defund you. But yeah, so we took care of Jordan Sill the next night. Plus, I bought him like $60 worth of groceries. Because when he got here, I asked him if he there was a little bit of drama with that, but so I asked him if he wanted to weigh in when I picked him up from the airport. He wanted to wait till later. But Brendan Elsesser weighed in at like 7 p.m. And I told Jordan that, and he didn't really care. He's like, I'll do it later. So I told him, well, I'm going to set up Winter Blast. I'm not going to be done till like midnight. So at midnight, he's like, can you pick me up some groceries? There's nowhere around this hotel. I said, sure. So I got him a whole bunch of food, brought it to him, weighed him in, and left. And then he made it sound like we did something shady and weighed in Brandon purposely at 7 and not him. I was like, no, that's not the case, dude. He called Paul in about it. So Paul called me, and I'm like, that's not what happened at all. Like I asked him to weigh in right when I picked him up from the airport at 6. I said, when we get to the hotel, I can weigh you in. And he wanted to wait because he said, he'd been on the plane for X amount of hours. And then, he's like, I want to get a shower. And I got my routine I got to do to cut weight. So,
well, if you still had to cut, then what's the complaint?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, if you weren't ready to weigh in earlier, you need the time, then that's on you. It's not on anybody else. Correct.
That's why I had to correct that afterwards, because he didn't tell the story exactly how it went down. So, whatever. It is what it is.
It sure is.
But you can't blame your loss on that. I mean, maybe the hotel a little bit.
The crackheads keeping up all night.
Gunshots and shit. Man, Lucas Raymond really had an old version.
An old like his Zoom is still updating?
Yeah.
What the hell kind of computer is he using? Mine took like 16 seconds. Approximation.
Well, you have to wonder
he may not even have fucking internet out there.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder what the loading speed is up there in the northern tier.
Yeah. Who knows?
Lovely place, but quite rural.
He said, dude, it's taking forever.
Taking forever. Poor guy's been trying to get on since 8 o'clock. Lucas, you don't have to come on, buddy. We could plan it for another night if you're tired. He was already in bed when I sent him the link.
IBM ThinkPad.
Remember those Apple computers in school that everybody would just play like Oregon Trail on? Maybe I'm just old. Never mind.
Hell, I remember when the first calculator came out in the 70s, TI-30, it add, subtract, multiply, divide, and might have done square roots, and it cost like $179. Texas Instruments TI-30.
Freaking Keith Heinbach said Austin Jaggers versus Derek Smith. Yeah, that might happen at Winter Blast, which would be awesome, unless, you know, someone out there makes it happen before and steals our super match from us, which could happen. You never know.
Could happen.
Lucas said he's already committed running an iMac.
Evenge Dick said Uncle Javelin versus Chocolate Thunder. Is that Uncle John's new nickname, Uncle Javelin, because of that javelin move he did?
I have no idea. Do not know what you're talking about one bit.
Oh, Uncle John arm wrestled someone, and
Here's Lucas.
everyone said it looked like he purposely tried to break the guy's arm because he like kind of followed him out. They call that the javelin move.
I have no idea.
For some reason.
About one bit.
Uncle John arm wrestled someone.
Here's Lucas.
Everyone said it looked like he purposely tried to break
I'm in.
because he like kind of followed him out. Can you
Okay, who
mute
is you? Yeah, mute the YouTube in the back.
There we go.
Hey, Lucas.
I turned it off. What's up, Colin?
It's way past your bedtime now, dude.
For real. Actually, I was already sleeping earlier, and then
Oh my god!
Michael Todd called me, and it woke me up. So
Did you tell him like, "Don't ever wake me up again"?
no, I didn't even answer it because I was like still in a.
Oh, good man.
So,
He called me once and said that Paul Lynn gave him my number, and then I called Paul Lynn after. And I was like, "Don't you ever give my number out again." So Lucas, how you doing, dude? We're just talking up your products for a while there.
well, I
Yeah,
appreciate
nonstop.
it on all ends. Everybody's especially Chuck doing the arm assassin thing that he does, and you guys promoting it. So it's great. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's what we're here for, buddy. Plus, most of the people that follow us or that are considered 98 percenters are probably the most likely the guys to buy new equipment anyway, as they're getting into the sport. You know?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy as far as between all the different businesses I'm making for.
Yeah. Yeah, because you make for Armbet.
I'm not allowed to talk about that, but
Am I?
Oh.
you can talk about it.
Anyway, so it's rumored that maybe you make some for other people. Are there some you are allowed to talk about?
Yeah, Monster Factory. Yeah,
Okay.
talks about that, but
Yeah.
I'm on my end. I'm not allowed to say anything about that other unspoken.
Gotcha.
company.
Gotcha.
Cody Williams is on.
Nice
is
shirt,
on
Colin.
track.
Lucky for you, only 13 people watch our show each week.
What's that, Dave?
Yeah.
Hey Jody, you want to join us again? Just put a thumbs up on the chat. We'll send you the link.
My question is, how do I get a cool background that you guys have? Because Josh Berger sent me one a while ago, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, he sent it to you? Yeah, you got to go to virtual background.
Yeah, you have to.
Like where it says video, there's like a little video camera at the bottom. If you click on the little arrow there, it says choose virtual background, and then you just go find the background that you want to choose.
Oh,
Yeah, you just figure out where you saved it at. And
that was like a year ago. So
So are you going to be able to make it out to Winter Blast?
yeah, I'll be there.
Sweet.
I'm not sure whether or not I'm even going to go to the Arnold.
Yeah, don't go there.
Oh, there it is.
Go to Winter Blast instead.
Is the Arnold the same weekend?
Nah, it's
The
a weekend before.
weekend before. Well, last year I competed at the Arnold in the arm lifting. I haven't really trained since then, anything. So can't really say that that's something I'm really interested in right now.
Jody said he wished he could be with us, but he's at a basketball game. Timeout was called, which is why he can type in. Can he be a guest next Friday? Why, certainly.
Of course he can.
Well, next Friday, we can be on next Friday, Christmas Eve.
It's the 23rd.
No,
Oh, yeah, we'll be on.
16th. Oh, it is the 23rd. That's right. Christmas Eve is Saturday. Yeah, we'll be on. Yep.
Well, it's the 16th today. You just
Yeah.
had 7.
Yeah, no, I had in my mind tomorrow because it's all the events are going on tomorrow. But yeah,
How's it feel, Dave? How's it feel to be corrected by someone?
I that's all the time. I have no problem with that whatsoever. In fact,
There you go, Lucas.
I had a
There you
student-
go.
I had a
You even got
student
you got your fucking name on it. Why don't I
That's
have a
right.
name on mine?
Yeah,
I'm
talk
Yeah,
to
I-
Berger.
I'm messaging Berger right now.
Message him right now and be like, this is not fair.
So that message is from September of 21. So it's just
Crazy.
a little bit ago.
We're going to be redoing them soon anyway because we have to add all the new sponsors. So for
The
whenever.
other thing is mine actually inverted backwards some.
No,
No.
No, it's fine.
but it looks good to us.
Okay. I say on my end it looks like it's like
Oh, really?
No, you disagree with me. I had a student say to me once, about halfway through the semester, he said, I didn't know what your politics were, but I knew you couldn't be a liberal because you said we could disagree with you. So there, it's a hell of a thing, but hey, I stand corrected, sit corrected. Feel free to correct me anytime you feel like it, assuming you're right.
Shut up, Dave.
Sounds like
So,
your
so
students
Lucas,
making
are you working on anything new?
Yeah. What do you got in the works?
Not really. I mean, the only thing new that I've done I'm doing deadlift platforms for Brown's Gym down in Clark Summit for
Oh, that's cool.
just the custom ones that have like band holders on the sides, band holder in the center that you can hook over the bar. That's really the only thing new that's like really custom items.
Is that the same outfit that's just off of the Turnpike interchange in Lehighton? There's a Browns there.
No, Jim only just owns that one that's right there in downtown Clark Summit that Storm trains at.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I got to make 3 more, and now I got to find some time to do that because the holiday sales have been pretty crazy.
That and having a kid doesn't help, does it?
That's correct. Yeah, my time priorities have definitely changed for
Absolutely.
that. So that's why I really haven't gone to the gym at all. It's just been work, the baby, and then hunting or a couple of golf during the summer. It's just been other hobbies. When normally I was doing all the hobbies at the same time, but
That's good though. The kids keep you on your toes big time.
yeah, and he's had COVID and RSV at the same time.
Oh
So
my God.
all that stuff is
That's scary.
yeah, he never got back. He never got to the point where it was bad enough that we took him to the walk-ins, but they just gave him an antibiotic and a steroid, and that kind of took care of it.
That's good. It's always scary when your kids are sick.
Yeah.
Especially when it's bad and they're crying and you can't do anything about it,
Yeah, you just have to.
It's like out of
comfort
your
them.
hands. Yeah. That's tough.
You still have people get together at your place for practices, Lucas?
I haven't been to a practice in over a year.
Hmm.
The last time I actually arm wrestled was at the Arnold.
Did you have to ask permission?
Well, no, it's just that I partially tore my UCL at the Arnold.
Oh,
Left-handed crack, just after I got done competing. And part of me realized that I can't risk being hurt and not being able to work.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not just my business, relying on me. There's other businesses that are relying on me to make their equipment too. So
on an average day, how many different things would you say you make?
it really depends. I made today was an odd day because I'm just trying to finish up stuff for the week, but I probably made 15 different things, but I had to make 4 of the bigger pulleys. I had to make like the pinch grip and the pinch and gripper machine. So
Yeah.
there's just some odds and ends, and then like the napalm handles, napalm bars, one hand nightmare. I've been selling a lot of those for the holiday.
You make everything yourself?
Yeah, everything. So I sew everything. I do all that stuff. It's the t-shirts. Obviously, I don't do any of that. The vinyl decals, I don't do.
Yeah.
Banners, that type of merchandise type of stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
That. But as far as anything that's welded or sewed or wood, like that's all me. I have my uncle he does part-time stuff, but he generally does like the tabletops, elbow pads, and like I have a bunch of stuff that needs holes drilled in it. He'll do that, but
That's cool.
Just he's only there usually 15 to 20 hours a week total.
Yeah. Wow. Which really, in the grand scheme of things, is not that much.
No, but it saves me a ton of time. So instead of having to work 80 hours, it's only 60. So
yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm usually I usually get up between 3:30 and 4 every day.
No wonder you're in bed by 8.
8:30 is when I go to sleep most of the time.
That's my daughter's bedtime. So usually we go to sleep right when she does, pretty much.
Yeah, we put the baby down, and I'm pretty much right to follow after him. So,
dude, it's a lot after a long day work. Then you come home and you got to wrangle a child around for a while. Makes for a long day.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have energy to like want to do anything, but you still got to deal with him.
Oh, dude, my daughter has unlimited energy. So like even at 8:30, she is not ready to go to bed. She just wants to run around. It's crazy.
Well,
Lucas mentioned that one-handed nightmare. I think that's probably like my favorite rolling handle right now. It's like connected to my cable machine all the time. I probably use that more than anything.
It's to me, it's not the most like spinny handle that there is on the market, but it like unlike the Rolling Thunder, it doesn't ever stop spinning, and it never changes, and it's interchangeable. So and it's not made of plastic, which I don't like personally, but I don't like plastic, that is.
Yeah.
But I did put plastic handles on the springs as like that's the handle that you get sent with it. I mean, all the napalm handles will fit it, but that was just something I added because it's not really a grip exercise for that. Yeah.
I got to get the spring. That's one thing I've been meaning to get. That thing's cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw, I added, so there's 3 different levels now. The original one that I had at like Keystones, that was the light. That's, to me, is still the most versatile for 99% of people because you can actually pin it.
Right.
Like some of the Sabin springs where you can only move it like 2 inches, to me is useless.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was like $375 to use one hand.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, coming from whatever country he's in, you got to pay probably close to $75 to $100 in shipping just to send it over.
Yeah. And then it's only one-handed.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean the hand design is not a bad thing. I think it's but if you can throw an R-arm handle on my spring.
That's what I was just going to say. That's what makes it so versatile. Being able to throw the arm handle on something is awesome.
And then adding the eye bolt on top so that if you wanted to put an extra 50 pounds, say, to work on center of the table pressure, or 100 pounds, whatever you wanted, you could add that to that handle.
Yeah.
So it gives you the diversity to do that. But like I said, also you can work towards the pin pad.
Yeah. So now you have the lighter one, a medium and a
Hard.
heavy, I guess.
Yeah,
Hard.
so the spring tensions on those, like this, are like 140, 180, and then 260. So there's a pretty big jump from the 180 to 260.
Did it take you a while to figure out what spring you were going to use?
Yeah, and so the first spring I bought was actually the light spring, so it worked out perfect. It was like the right resistance.
Nice.
But trying to find one that had the right shape, because you want the spring to actually have a consistent cylinder, versus some springs will get narrower at the top.
Yeah, right.
You can't really use those way. You have to build into it. So I had to eliminate. I knew right away you couldn't use those, but then also the length of the spring matters on. So you try to get something that's fairly similar length, and then obviously just incrementally make it more tension.
Yeah.
So it took some research as far as trying to figure out what springs work.
Yeah.
Some buy-in returns. You look at it and be like, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Did it take you a while to figure out how you were going to like weld a handle onto it or a base and all that?
So the original spring that I bought for myself, I tried just welding it, but spring steel, I knew spring steel is not the best to just weld. You really should heat it first. You should try to heat it and let it cool down slowly to try to maintain its rigidity, but it still may not hold. So I actually welded one that I was testing. I didn't actually let it cool down, and I was testing it, and thank God I was testing it, because it actually snapped. The actual the weld spring connection, it actually snapped in the spring. The weld stayed on the plate, but it actually pulled the spring apart.
Wow. That's crazy.
So I'm like, well, obviously I can't sell this the way it is. So that's what part of me is wondering how Saban is even selling his handles, considering he just welds a plate to the base of the spring.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever trust that. So that sat for probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months before I decided to actually take a real effort and try to figure it out. And what I ended up just doing is making U-clips so I still tack it just to kind of get it into position, get it so it's vertical in whatever position I need it in.
Yeah.
But then I took pieces of pipe and I just cut them, basically a slot out of them, and I can adjust the height based on how much I cut out of it. And then I just hold them over so they're tight, and then I just weld them down to the plate. So there's 3 U-clips, 2 on the back, 1 on the front, on the bottom, and then there's 1 on the back on the top piece that slides in. So basically to make sure that it can't fail anywhere as far as injury wise.
Yeah. That's cool. Some ingenuity.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that the more kind of odd things you figure out, the more ideas you have. And that's just how to come up with a million different pieces of equipment is kind of how that ends up working.
Yeah.
And some of
it works
some
for
of
a
it,
lot of your stuff?
what's that? Sorry.
Is that how that worked with a lot of your stuff?
A lot of some of it's variations based off of like other companies. So like the Rogue dog bone, it's one size. You can't order any other size. You can't get a different length. You can't get different globe sizes. So, I mean, that's kind of some of the idea, is that I can take an idea that may not necessarily be mine, but I can customize it to whatever the customer wants.
Yeah.
Whereas big companies can't do that.
Right.
So that's where I consider myself more, I have these general sizes, but I consider it more of a custom shop, because someone could message me and be like, well, you don't have the size I actually want. And then I say, well, based on that, material cost, it's no extra labor. You just got to cover the extra material.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. So
that's cool. Well,
there's not many people that offer that service.
Right.
and then still have a 5 to 7 day turnaround time on all orders except for tables.
Yeah.
People still think that I have, or they think it's like a big, huge team of people that are making this equipment. Like the Arm Assassin team. I'm like, nope, sorry, just one person up in here. Well known as shit.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, the last time I ordered anything, I drove right up to his house to get it because he's like 2 hours from my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash is king.
Oh yeah.
You get a good discount with cash.
Nice. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, the time I was there at your place for the practice, what's his name? Eric Bernetti showed up from Connecticut to get a table to save shipping.
Yeah, because you're not only saving shipping, but you're also getting 10 to 15% off depending on the item if you're paying cash. So you're really gonna save, like on a table, you save $100, $120.
Isn't that some sort of form of tax evasion?
What are you talking about?
No.
I claim all that cash.
But that's probably got to be a
Good
pretty
answer.
lengthy part of the business too, getting stuff shipped out and packaged and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's the last week when I had, so Black Friday, obviously I had Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, and I had like roughly 150 orders just from those 5 days, from Thursday to Monday. And I was like just so tired of packaging shit. Like I have no problem making stuff, but when you're sitting there for 3 hours wrapping and packaging, putting in a box it's like 3 hours a day for like a week straight. Just gets old, really freaking old.
Well, dude, it took me a week to get your Monster Curl Bar fucking unwrapped.
That's right.
Like, Jesus Christ, this fucking wrapped.
That's part of the workout that people don't expect, is trying to get shit unwrapped.
Does it give you joy to just picture people like struggling to fucking open the thing?
Yes. Well, the biggest,
you're gonna fucking have trouble unwrapping it.
Well, the biggest thing is like the large variety of sizes of items that I make. It's like I would literally have to have my whole shop full of boxes in order to.
Right.
So I saw what gave me the idea is someone just sending tires. I'm like, they're literally sending a tire. It's not in a box. It's not in anything. So like, why do I need to put all this stuff in a box? I can just wrap it in plastic and
throw a label on it. Well, I'll be ordering a table soon for Winter Blast anyway.
I already got you counted in.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking at some stuff right now, Lucas.
What are you getting?
Oh,
I don't know.
You will not get it by Christmas. I can tell you that right now.
I'm buying it for myself. I'm not too worried.
98% club gets you a discount, Colin.
How much a discount? 98%?
8%.
Lucas shot down the 98% idea.
Off-brand, Lucas.
I just upped the price by,
Yeah.
by 96% and then recover the other.
Lucas said he'll give you a 98% discount, Colin. He'll just send the other 90% of the bill to Ryan.
I'm okay with that.
That sounds fine.
Perfect. I'll just buy a welder and start copying your handles.
That's fine.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure it's that simple.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's how it started. It was that simple.
I
just
do
bought a
have a
welder.
welder. I do have a welder, but I bought it just because I thought it would be fun to weld. So I just do stuff like, hey, look, I welded these two pieces of metal together, and that's it. That's the extent of my skill.
That's literally how my business started.
Really?
Yeah. So I just bought a little like 110 welder, plugged into any outlet, and made myself a handle because I didn't want to buy anything from Igor because it was like ridiculously overpriced for what it was, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then talking to Brandon Elsesser, he actually asked for a handle. So the top roll eliminator was actually the first handle I ever made.
It's one of my favorites.
And so Brandon actually bought mine off of me, but then, so I actually brought two. So one was mine, one was Brandon's, and then Bill Runkle bought mine. That's right. So those were my first two customers of Arm Assassin Strength Shop. So,
And those are two really strong dudes.
yeah, Brandon gave me my first loss ever in arm wrestling, right-handed.
Because he trained on your handle.
No, I had never even seen a table when I went to the Adam Wilmot's, the Falcon Ward tournament.
Yeah.
And so like I won the amateurs right-handed, had no, like the only experience I had is I read James Rodriguez's book, the Strong Arm Tactics.
Yeah.
That was my arm wrestling experience prior to that, as far as like knowledge. So I would just went in like trying to hook everybody and just keep my eyes on my hands so I didn't break my shit off. So
Yeah. Well, the next level is buying Artem's book on how not to arm wrestle.
When did you start, and how long you been in the manufacturing business?
So 2000, let's see, it'd been 2017 is when I like started making stuff. Beginning of 17, then in the end of 17 is when I created my business, my LLC, mainly just as a protection from liability was
Right.
why I created it.
So when a spring breaks, you're covered.
Yeah. When something they can't like take my house.
Right.
Deal.
Yeah.
Never did I think it was going to turn into a full-time job, as far as like coming from a physical therapist, healthcare field, which is what I have. I still like, I'm doing my CEUs on my, like in headphones this month while welding to try to make sure I can maintain my license as if I ever need it again.
That's cool though, man.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that's a backup, but I think if I can continue to maintain like a large variety of items, that the long-term benefit will remain. Whereas like, to me, it's like something that happened with like Ray Cody with Country Crush, like there's only so many people that are going to buy a Country Crush. And once you inundate the market with the 2 or 3 handles that you make, and I mean, they have different sizes, but at that point it's like, how do you continue to run a business that, yeah, there's a bigger market out there if you can find the right people, but to me, it's only so big.
Not at that price.
I messaged that guy once to buy a product from me, never messaged me back.
Yeah, and now there's actually a new owner.
Yeah.
And he's
Did
actually
they launch?
Yeah, so he's actually, I think he's the one that owns Grip Strength, the website, like gripstrength.com or something like that.
Gotcha.
But he's actually the like co-VP of Arm Lifting USA now.
Oh wow. Well, that's cool.
I was probably one of your first customers then, because I'm fairly certain I got my table from you in
Yes.
2017.
Yeah, so your table is probably in the first 10 to 15 tables I made.
Yeah, because you brought it down to Bill Runkle's place when he was still over on
The farm over in Turbeville.
not Watsontown, but whatever it was.
Turbeville.
Dave hasn't improved at arm wrestling since he
No, I haven't. It's terrible.
Well, Dave, the reason I know that is because the leg sockets on your table are 3/16 wall, and the set screws are on the corner.
Yeah, what we've done, we have stripped some, so we've gone in straight rather than from the corner.
Yeah, which
But really, it has held up very nicely. The only thing we, after a couple of years, as you may remember, we got a new set of elbow pads.
Yeah.
But the pin pads are as good as, got them, and it's held up very nicely.
the whole
Main
thing
main
smells like
problem is,
lawn.
the main problem, to be honest with you, is the screw stripping. But then again, they're not designed to take the damn thing apart every week, because it goes in my trunk. It's
yeah,
with
and
me.
and that's why I went away from that design, is because like, yeah, if you leave it together forever and don't take it apart a lot, it'd be fine. But when you're taking it apart all the time, then
Yeah, which
That's
I am.
the
It's with me.
downfall that-
Yeah, it's with me now. In fact, I brought somebody make a set of right size seats. So I brought it up and I made some. We made some of the shorter legs, just cut 12 inches shorter, and so I actually brought the table up for tomorrow at Badger's thing that we can set up and sit down for.
Nice.
But yeah, still has the originals because that in the corner, and then also still has the pin pads instead of the
Pin
string.
line. Yeah, I mean, I offer both. It's just that there's a lot more time involved to make a set of pin pads than it is to make a set of pin lines. Cost wise is exactly the same, but because a lot of the pin pads is just leftover material from other stuff, whereas the pin lines actually during COVID, those got almost impossible to find those grips because they're just like a motorcycle grip that I cut down, but trying to find the right one that has the right rigidity because a lot of them are too soft so that if you put any tension on them, they actually bend in. But I finally found a specific one that's more plasticky than like rubber. So to me, it would be not very good for an actual motorcycle grip, but it works fantastic for pin lines.
Nice. So now that you are taking on like third party type people, some that we can't name, have you thought about expanding, like hiring help, or are you going to try to keep it like just you as long as you can?
I'm kind of in that in-between state right now where it's like, if it gets busy, then I really have to put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
But since moving to my new building, my efficiency has probably increased by 25 to 30%. So I can get 25 to 30% more done being in one building versus being split between two different buildings like I was for a short period.
Gotcha. So you're more like a production line now.
Yeah, it's just every day I'll take all the shipping labels and figure out what I need to make that needs to go out that day or the next day or the following day, and I just make a list in order. And if I have, say, if I need to make 10 Napalm Nightmare handles at 2 3/8, I'll make 10 in a row and just get them out.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the day, but
Yeah. More efficient.
really tables are what takes the most time. They take the most time to package. They're not necessarily the most financially beneficial item.
Right.
But the way I view them is they're most of the time people that buy a table are going to buy a handle or buy
Absolutely.
with it. So
Yeah.
Generally, if someone's an arm wrestler, they need a table and they need equipment to train with. So
Yeah. That's what I was going to actually talk to you about is I know we mentioned this before, but like if we made some sort of like discount card or something or like a gift certificate kind of thing. And then obviously if they use that, they can't use the 98% club discount. But when we do our free giveaways, we could throw one in the bag when we mail it out.
Yeah.
And it would entice people to buy handles or whatever, you know?
yeah,
You know, we could talk about that off the podcast, but you know, come up with something that you think would be good. And then we can use them to give out, you know, at tournaments or whatever.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't want to overload you with orders.
No, and I can even like I can either color coordinate with like the black and green too.
Oh, that'd be cool too. Yeah.
Ryan is very good at enticing people. Has been for
Well,
years.
I do have green strapping because of Monster Factory. So like,
Yeah. I know they stole my color.
any sort of handles, stuff like that can be customized.
They stole our colors, so well, we won't hold it against them, but you know, whatever.
What should I buy from you to get better at arm wrestling, Lucas? I don't know what any of this shit is.
He doesn't sell it.
Not that it's shit. I don't know any of this stuff is. So
He doesn't
question
sell
is, what do you
anything that
already
would
have?
help you. How about 2 new arms?
Put your referee.
Just one. My
jersey
left
on.
is all right. My right's shit. Sorry, say again, Lucas.
I said, just put the referee jersey on your announcer mic, and you're good. You don't need anything else.
I wish I hadn't asked you to repeat that, you prick.
That was a compliment. You do a good job.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that was what it was. But thank you. I appreciate it.
They call it one of those backhanded compliments, you know.
Yeah.
What
No,
are you
as far as what you need is depends on what you have.
What are you trying to work? What do you need to strengthen?
So I have a top roller, like the circle one with the chain, the handle in the middle.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck else do I have?
So since I made the top roller now an open top roller, so it's only half a circle.
Yes.
So now you can do rise with it because
Yeah.
you can put your hand directly behind it. Whereas the original circle, you can't do that. I make both, but
I got the
if you
one.
take the circle and cut it off, now you can do like a wrist rise hammer curl with it.
Neat.
I like
What's a
that-
napalm nightmare? What's that going to help me train?
That's more of a grip specific item. So it's like a two-handed axle, two-handed rolling thunder, double overhand.
Oh, okay. It's just for like lifting straight up and rotating.
I mean, you can do other exercises with it. You can do like your tricep, you can do curls. I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want to imagine, but the original design was based on like a two-handed deadlift.
Gotcha.
I always recommend, like, people always ask that, like, if you could do 2 or 3 handles or 5 handles, what would you do? A wrist wrench style handle. So whether that be there's original like wrist wrench, the Terminator wrench, it's just a chain version. It's a little bit more rugged. Top roll eliminator for flat finger strength. Using some sort of pronation handle, so you can use the top rollers like your pronation supination. Just a strap, like a top roll strap, back pressure strap to do your rotation through your thumb. And then something to work
I think
on.
still my favorite tool for my pronations at Top Roll King,
Yeah, and you can do
the
that.
handle that you made with Lucas.
Top Roll King special.
Yeah, so it's just basically a Toddzilla kind of uses it, but he uses like a giant thickness size. He uses like the 2 7/8 size, which that's going to challenge your hand a lot more than just doing a regular pronation.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you want there. Artem claims that he was the one that designed it. He named it. I got the idea from Toddzilla.
Now I'm going to look at your website.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Now we're all looking at your website.
But like for like a hammer curl design, like you can do the top curl, the monster curl bar, because you don't necessarily have with the one thing that the monster curl bar I like is the versatile, is because you can either have the bar underneath your hands or you can have the bar above your hands. So if you put it above your hands, it's now going to want to work on dumping your wrist. So when you go down into a curl, you got to maintain your neutral wrist or high wrist rise. But you can also
What's the weight of a monster bar?
Depends on size, but 15 to 18 pounds empty.
Okay. And is it all Olympic for loading purposes?
Every bar I make, I can make standard or Olympic. Just needs to be
Okay.
specified in the note. Some of it has like a selected size that you can do that, but other items, because like the napalm, it has width, handle diameter, rigid, revolving, like it has too many other options. So if you wanted a standard, you just have to let me know. But most people just add in the notes for standard weights. Although you'd be surprised when you write down standard versus Olympic, how many people don't know the difference, that there is a difference. They think standard is like normal. So they think normal is like the Olympic, but standard is not standard.
No.
Standard is not Olympic.
No. Olympic is the standard that gyms use.
Correct.
But that's not standard size. Yeah.
So I had to start including 1 inch versus 2 inch holes in the plate. So There was a few items that people have ordered and realized once they received it that they ordered the wrong item. I made the correct item based on what they ordered, but they ordered the wrong item.
Lucas, was it the monster curl bar you put a ring on too for like a cable attachment?
Yeah, yep. So it has a ring on the front of it, right between the handles. Yeah, so if you just wanted to, you didn't need any weights at all, you could just use that and do like your wrist rise movement just with a cable
Yeah.
band.
I got your I got your original, your top roller with the chain, but then I got the one that goes on the end of like an Olympic bar.
Yeah.
And I feel like that one isolates my pronation more.
Yeah, and
Because
that's
the other one, you have to hold the weight up with your arm. So a lot of times my arm will give out before my pronation is. So then I switch to the other one, and then I can really just focus on pronation, which is nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's designed for, because
Yeah.
the regular top roller is a combination of more like an elbow flexion and rotation. So
Right. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
so you can compensate using your elbow flexors to help with that movement versus isolating pronation. Now,
Because if I get tired, I kind of cheat, you know?
arm wrestling is a combo movement. You're using but at the same time, I think it's beneficial to try to isolate just your pronation.
Yeah. I mean, I use them both, but like I said, as I get tired, I start to cheat more and more and more with the other one. So then I switch to that one, and then it isolates it a lot more.
So what's that, like 1 or 2 reps?
1 or 2 pounds also. One of these days, you wait.
I can't say anything. I'm freaking so weak right now. It's ridiculous.
That's all relative, Lucas.
Actually, arm wrestling, I probably would be pretty weak, but surprisingly, I've done 2 grip contests with 0 training and did way better than I expected.
That's good. I mean, when you're trained up, you compete at a high level.
Yeah, I mean, really, the last time I was like the last 2 tournaments I pulled at was New England's, which it was shitty weather, so there wasn't a huge turnout.
Yeah.
But I won right and left at the 220 class.
Nice.
Which that's left-handed. I'm not sure how that even happened, but and then was the only person I lost to at I think it was the Brezink Chance Shaw down in Virginia was Andre Shark. So I can't really be mad that was the only person I lost to that day in that class.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, and I knew, like, there's no way, it didn't matter what technique, anything I tried, he was too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
That's me against anyone. Except for Dave Shell.
Well, I'll tell you, I was just going to say, one of the most impressive matches that I remember, and I don't remember Lucas who was against, but you had a match at the Chad Eckert's place at that when he had the business down there.
Yeah.
And what was they hit you and you basically they almost pinned you, and you hung on and came back. It was very impressive. I don't remember that.
Tommy Morgan.
No, it was Matt Flippin, left-handed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Flippin's no slouch, man.
That was impressive.
Oh, he actually beat me right-handed because, well, Tim Bresnan was reffing and I was in the middle of saying he's capping the shit out of me, and he said go, and he immediately and I'm like,
yeah,
we can't get a restart here, so I ended up losing after that.
Which eye was he reffing with?
But yeah, left-handed with Matt. That was a hold on for dear life kind of situation, like Brandon against Greg.
Yeah.
Didn't mean as much.
Arm Wrestling CEO says, random question, Lucas, does your table pulley swivel or is it fixed?
As far as what? So Yeah, I can't even,
On, right?
the chats are, I didn't even have my chats on. So the pulley number 2, which is really pretty original on my naming, 1 and 2, 1 being smaller, 2 being bigger. It swivels side to side and then can adjust up and down.
Be back. I gotta get some more alcohol.
Jesus, Dave.
Yeah, somebody who was at, I think the Schmo commented some while back, he likes me drunk. Well, I'm not getting there yet, but every once in a while, McUrchin would make a smart ass remark. And so who knows, anything could happen.
Dave's getting laid tonight. Or McUrchin, one of you.
Yo, 217's in the house.
Oh, hold on. Lucas, you customize things. McUrchin just lost a few fingers. Could you make a prosthetic finger?
Did he actually just lose a few
I
fingers?
can't tell you it's going to be effective.
I mean, it just has to look effective. Maybe like an extra long metal looking middle finger.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll just weld it right up.
There we
I
go.
need to ask, I can't even find the chats in here.
And McUrchin is missing his
On
comment.
YouTube, if you open up the YouTube and go to and watch the live,
Oh, okay.
you
You
can see
have to
the
actually.
chat on the side. Yeah,
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I could see it in here, but
not on Zoom. It has to be on the YouTube.
So I happen to have one of the Lucas number 2 cable systems, and I also have a standalone cable system.
Yeah,
I use that cable system mounted on the table more than I use my standalone now.
yeah.
yeah, and remember the original pulley that I made that had the bottom pulley and the top pulley, and then the whole arm would swing side to side.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was a pain in the ass to make.
I bet.
Systems. And I also have a standalone cable system.
Yeah.
I use that.
Oh,
I guess the mute is Lucas. You gotta turn the volume down on your chat
yeah,
or
I had
mute
to
the
mute
chat.
it. I just opened it and it.
Oh yeah.
I had to mute
Yeah.
it.
Amateur.
You bitched at me, Ryan. Aren't you gonna bitch at him?
You can't.
No, Dave, you're the only one we bitch at.
Okay, that's fair enough. So let's see, what should I put the vodka in this time? I got peach tea. And it's got this cheapo off-brand lemonade, pink lemonade. Oh, very.
Drink it straight, Dave.
Straight up.
Just put it on ice.
Oh, I did notice that this liquor store we were in Connecticut did have grain alcohol, which you can't get in the state stores anymore without a permit. You have to go to Jersey for it. But oh well. I was always the grain alcohol expert, the grain punch expert at the party parties. I can't stand beer. If anybody asks, I can give them my recipe for grain punch. The trick is you got to add vodka to the punch because that way you can up the octane and it doesn't get harsh. There's vodka and grain in the punch. Daly's great liquids.
Thanks for that information, Dave.
You're very welcome.
Sure, someone out there,
Everybody was waiting on tenterhooks for that.
I'm sure
Yeah.
someone there appreciates it.
217 says Illinois State, January 22nd. Huge.
Nice. How huge are we talking? Powder mix for Dave. Oh my
It's
god.
big, Ryan.
yeah. So
After mentioning that, I guess we should mention January 28th, New Way Nationals, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
that should be good.
Yeah, I got to decide whether I'm going to go to that, but they're offering a 6-foot table to sell stuff
Oh,
at a fairly not inexpensive price. So
And that's that weekend happens to be Martial Arts Hall of Fame weekend.
yeah, it's going to be huge as far as that because of the wrestling, BJJ, karate, all the different martial arts involved. But,
Yeah, I was down last year, and
well, you got the
they had a
giant
pretty nice setup.
Yeah,
you got the
hopefully,
giant snowstorm last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what kept me away. I was supposed to be there, but well, I think partway through the week, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, they actually canceled the event, and then later in the day they put it back up. Because that snowstorm was supposed to be like horrendous, so kept me from making the 7-hour drive. But,
Is that for Utica?
no, that was for Atlantic City last year for the first
Gotcha.
New Way tournament.
Yeah, because we had a tournament out in Utica and that we had like 5 people show up. It was just Roger and then like a few other guys and then like the rest of the Outlaws crew in Utica. And we had Torn winning it all.
Who?
That was
Torn Nolan.
Never heard of him.
yeah, that was the Toys for Tots event we did up there.
That's Toys for Tots. Yeah, it was December 18th. We had like a big snowstorm. It wasn't that big, but like, yeah, the turnout was just shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like a handful of competitors, 2 handfuls.
Everyone,
Yeah, I'm really hoping this New Way one's gonna be big because you know people will argue up and down about the legitimacy of the nationals, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a national championship, and it's a pro and an amateur nationals.
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting opportunity for someone to, even though other people claim it's not a real national title, still be, somebody will have an amateur guy will have a amateur or a national title to his name, right?
And they're gonna be running teens also. They're gonna have teens like a teen.
Oh, teens, yes.
Well, that
Yeah.
doesn't apply to me anymore, so I don't care.
so Tim Lewis will be there.
Probably not. Probably not.
Coaching them all.
That was not nice.
You guys are terrible. No.
Well, I just said coaching. What's wrong with coaching?
Lucas's company just took a hit from him coming on our podcast. He's gonna get less sales now.
What do you mean? I have a $12 strap.
Isn't he taking a break anyway?
Do you,
For the holidays?
Colin? Do you have something in your cart right now?
Yeah,
Who's taking a break?
See that, Lucas?
I have something in my cart right now.
He has something in his cart right now.
I'm thinking about adding a monster curl bar to my cart right now too.
What does that say, McCurchin?
Let's go, Brandon.
What distance should I go on the handles for the monster curl bar?
Nice.
So I have a 2-inch diameter. I think it's 2-inch with 15-inch width. That's been sitting on my table for a couple weeks because I made the wrong size. So
I have one of those in
we
my
could probably
pants.
make a deal on that one,
Yeah,
Colin. We could do more than 8%. We maybe do like 8.1.
Ooh,
8.1.
you know how to drive a hard bargain.
switch the numbers around. Do 9%.
15 inches. So
Oh,
That's on
Yeah.
center of the handle. So it's not. I generally go narrower, but 15 inches on width as far as is comfortable for me. But
the one in the picture, that's probably 9-inch, I'm guessing.
now you're gonna make me have to look myself.
You don't know your
Colin doesn't know what 9 inches looks like.
You kidding me? I'm trying to. I have to look at 3 different Shopify pages every single day.
Oh,
I think so. The original one, I believe, is actually a solid welded handle, not a revolving handle.
Gotcha.
Let me look. Is it the one with me curling it?
Yes.
Yes, that's a 9-inch.
Battery in the artificial ear, so I don't miss a word that Ryan says.
oh, God.
Oh God. So the one you have there, 15-inch, and is solid weld or revolving?
Revolving.
Revolving. How weak will that make me look when I try to use it?
They're only 2-inch diameter, so they're not anything that's crazy hard to hold on to.
But you don't know how small and girly my hands are.
I
Well,
do.
the one in that picture is is 2 3/8, and I'm doing false grip with it. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's only 65 pounds.
Dude, it's hard. You can't use a lot of weight with that thing, dude.
Not false gripping
It's
it.
hard. It's hard to hold on that.
If you flip it upside down and put the bar on top of your hands, then you can use a lot more weight. But,
Right.
How do I order that one you have sitting on your shop floor?
Just send me a message on Facebook or something.
Okay.
Send me a message with your whole order and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
And we can do that manually.
My last rep is always when my hands have slid up to the top of it and I'm about to drop it.
Yeah.
Then I start over and go back to the bottom and keep going until they slide back up.
We could drop it and just catch it with your penis and start doing penis curls.
I don't think my penis would stop it. It just fall to the floor.
And then was it standard or Olympic?
Oh, that's Olympic. So if you need standard, we're gonna have to go with something. We're gonna have to make something then.
How old is your son now? Lucas, how old's your son now?
15 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's basically teething every freaking week.
Yeah.
Because they're just all coming in.
Is he taking it well or?
And he's a toddler, so he just has random outbursts of however he feels.
Yeah.
That you have no explanation for.
Dude. My daughter, she'll be 3 in February. And the stuff she says, man, is ridiculous.
Oh, I bet.
It's fun though. Tonight she was singing the whole Ghostbusters theme song. It's like, good. I'm raising her to only like 80s cartoons and movies.
So arm wrestling CEO just said, what even is standard? So big plates have a roughly 2-inch hole and the standard plates have a 1-inch hole. So a lot of your standard plates are old style plates. So that's the difference. Most people don't have standard. Most people have Olympic.
Gee, it was just the Wi-Fi went down. I thought maybe Ryan threw me off.
Well, Dave, I thought about it.
It was just the Wi-Fi.
Who cut your bangs, Dave?
I do my own with a ball, like you.
That one got McCurshon good.
I did with my right hand, Ryan.
Oh man.
He was here flexing in his Lodi tour shirt a while ago. I told him I'd turn off the virtual background if he wanted to impress people. I think he's saving it for tomorrow.
No, I'm too fat for that one now.
You guys drink anymore and you'll be wrestling again like last time.
Nope, he's gonna get punched in the eyebrow this time.
Jeez.
No, he's either gonna show nipples or
Poke him in the eye with one of your nubs.
What happened to your hand, John?
Wood splitter, right?
Yeah.
get on and explain it if Dave will get out of the way.
Sure.
Just sit on his lap.
Hell. So,
Holy shit.
yep, log splitter, 15,000 pound hydraulic press log splitter. It was supposed to automatically kick back. There's a release and a forward. And when you push them both forward at the same time, if you don't hold them down, it's supposed to kick back. And the machine never kicked back and it shot through my fingers instead.
Jesus Christ, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it happens.
Ugh.
It's all right. Doesn't affect my right hand much. I still grab stuff. I still am very able to do things. I still play video games. I just use these two fingers now, or I'm starting to use the.
It's a variation of the shocker.
Yeah, I mean,
Two in the pink, thumb in the stink.
God.
Oh,
Hey, magic tricks.
oh,
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
I mean, It's a learning experience. It was definitely a break, like not literally like, a break as in a break from work, but it was like, an actual handbrake in my life. I had gone through quite a bit and was going down pretty rough road. And I think that just whatever you believe in, whether it be the universe or God or whatever higher power you think you can follow, man, put brakes on me and was like, hey man, now we're going to give you something else to learn. It's just different. It happened. Making jokes about it's the best way to go because humor's the best medicine instead of taking all these pills or, popping Percocets or getting on steroids or something like that to make me feel bad. I just make fun of myself,
And luckily,
so
So
luckily,
if I see in person, should I say like give me 3 3/4?
Dude,
just shake, just, strap up.
the whole time he was in the hospital, I sent him like multiple finger jokes and obscene pictures of like hot dogs all cut up.
It was like right around Halloween too, so everybody thought I was kidding, and like it was like this Halloween prank. And then I came home and they're like, "Oh, damn!" I was like, "Yeah, no, it wasn't prop, dude. It's legitly they're gone."
Well, Lucas is gonna work on making you a robotic prosthetic.
That'd be cool. Can you put like a hook on it so I can get that? Why are you so close to me?
he fucked up his hand the same day I fell flat on my nose. It was a special bond we had.
Not the only special
Dave
one.
fucked his hand.
Dave looked like he got fucking college.
And luckily, it was not an under the table job, so workers' comp is taken care of.
No, we don't want to know what he's doing under the table for you.
Jeez.
I'm not doing anything. I don't have enough hands for that.
Does Dave have his gold bond powder with him?
No, he's got
No.
gel.
But he does.
No, just the biofreeze and Tiger Bomb.
Poor Lucas. See the look on Lucas's face? That is regret for coming. I should have been in bed fucking 4 hours ago.
Holy shit! It is already 11 o'clock. But I got to work tomorrow too. I gotta make 4 more tables that need to go out Monday. So
Holy shit. Well, dude, listen, thanks for coming on and letting us ask some questions.
I'll stay another 10 minutes or so.
All right, cool. I'll talk to you about that other stuff soon.
Okay.
I'll send you a message as well once I figure out what all I want here.
Since you're repping the shirt, so that's a limited edition color. Just FYI.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It says "Made in America" on the back, and every time I wear it, people are like, "You're not made in America." Fuck you. Fuck you all.
Fucking
North
Canadian.
America.
No, fuck America. Fuck all those people that are saying like, "I'm wearing this because I'm made in America." It's the fucking products are. It's a brand. Assholes.
In a way, the whole "Made in America" is kind of a correct but incorrect, because it really should be United States of America, not just America, because then you can go north, south, or central.
True.
There you go.
But now, if you wear that, people are like racist. You can't even wear an American flag. That's ridiculous.
You don't let those people bother you.
No, they're terrorists. Oh, Dave Shubich is back.
Oh God.
I'm back
When was
again.
Dave Shubich here?
Who's Dave Shubich?
Never
No,
heard
when
of
was he here?
Why are you
Like
hiding? Dave,
5
why are
minutes
you
ago.
hiding?
Russian spy.
He is a Russian
far again.
terrorist. He's
No, I'll be back in like on my iPad in like a few minutes.
he's behind the attack on
Just
the
still driving back home.
Are you on a date again?
Far.
More or less, yeah. I'm behind the wheel now, back home, so I'll be on the live pretty soon.
Oh,
But
we'll hold
Lucas,
our
what are you
breath.
doing? Not convincing Russ Lutzik to get into grip?
Oh yeah,
He's
Russ.
a big guy over there.
Beast.
I haven't even done grip myself, so it's hard to convince other people when you don't do it.
All right, fair enough. I
Rough.
thought I was a big shot at grip, just trying to like fuck around with it. And then I saw that kid I remember you telling me that the Keystones last year, well, not this year, but the year before that, where he just, gripped the face of a plate and then picked up the Thomas Inch.
Yeah.
Like, where could that kid go with that? I mean, it's still a niche sport, just like arm wrestling, but fuck.
There's a lot of people out there. So what just popped up within the last kind of 3 months or so was a kid from Italy. He only weighs like 150 pounds, and he's closing number 4 grippers.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't doubt it.
So there's a whole bunch of like disbelief that he was being truthful. So if anybody's familiar with Carl Myerscough, who's a grip guy from like California, he sent him like a few grippers in the mail, and like he did a video live opening of the packages and then closed the one gripper right on video on live. So like he's doing shit that no one like really under 200 pounds has ever done, and he's only like 150.
That's crazy.
So there's
I'm not really even surprised. I took a trip out to Italy this summer. Dude, everybody there in Italy is pretty short, like under 5'10". Like I met up with a group of pullers. All those guys are the same size hand as me, and I don't have a small hand. I have like about an 8 and like a 1/4 inch hand. All those guys had a hand as big or bigger, and they all had really great grip strength. They had like that one like little dynamometer thing, and they could all pull pretty decent numbers on it as well. So I don't know, Italy, like Italians have big hands, so that doesn't surprise me as much as I thought like it usually would have. So Italy's like one country to watch out for.
Yeah.
As far as grip, surprisingly. I don't know. Short guys, but big hands.
Or like Cameroon, like what's his name?
With Khaled's
over in
Khaled.
His whole family, yeah.
The whole Giselle lineage.
Did you watch Brian Shaw and Derek Smith trying some grip stuff?
Well, yeah, because Derek contacted me about that, sending a table and a bunch of handles out to Brian.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to do the Napalm Nightmare, but they ended up not using it, that was the main item that I really wanted them to use.
Bastards.
Yep.
What the fuck, Brian Shaw?
Well, this is the second Napalm Nightmare that we've sent him. We sent him one like 2 or 3 years ago.
Maybe he's just not strong enough to be competitive.
But I did just make a table for Half Thor also for his.
Oh, nice.
That's huge.
With the
That's sick.
Icelandic flag. But like still, like they only like post videos using it. They want to, not really because it benefits anybody else, but whatever. I mean, they.
That's like my favorite thing that you have.
How do you think they did with their grip strength?
Well, I mean, Brian, I think would be fantastic because he did the half 150 blob, which he's the only person ever to do it in the world currently.
Really?
He's lifted it twice. So the original like blobs were old school round York dumbbells.
Yeah.
And then anything higher than 100 is now a York Legacy, which is like a newer style.
Yeah.
Go from 105 to 150. So the original kind of feat of strength for like really high level other than a regular blob was Blobzilla, which was a 130, which is the highest I've ever lifted. But then there's been a few people that have lifted 135. Jed has lifted 140, him and I think 2 other people. Brian's lifted one, and then Brian's the only person that's lifted higher than 140. So it's crazy. Like you put your hand on it, and the size of it just feels so awkward.
Yeah.
So how did and then medley as well?
So how did Derek match up with the rest of the world in the grip world?
I mean, he has large hands, so he's going to be able to do a lot of that stuff. but I mean, he didn't do as high as like Blobzilla, but that's also with zero training, zero technique.
Yeah.
And really, Brian doesn't have the greatest technique, in my opinion. It's just that he's so damn strong and so
Yeah.
big that you don't need it.
Right.
Whereas my hands that aren't even 8 inches long to use every little incremental piece of technique and that I can to try to lift something like that.
Yeah. So it's an advantage to have a larger hand in that sport.
For most things, yeah. I mean, there's a few odd items like a hub. Generally, the smaller hand, just because of the way physics work, is going to be a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I would take an extra half-inch of hand length any day.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah. Arm wrestling for grip, like. But so that's part where you can't do anything about that. So you just have to continue to train and work on technically getting better and taking advantage of everything you can. So that's one thing that I guess, I mean, it's not really related to arm wrestling considering it's an arm wrestling podcast, but the one thing that people don't understand with like friction based lifts with grip sports, so like your pinch, your vertical bar, they're so important to keep the texture on the implement consistent. So humidity, the amount your hands are sweating, all these things, temperature outside, all that comes into factor to make consistent texture. And understanding how to get consistent texture from different variety of atmospherics and all that stuff, using different brands of chalk, because some of them have more silica, some have silica, some don't, some are just basically calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, sorry. And that's where I feel like I am like super technical with, like, I can figure that out no matter what and get consistency strong, but I just understand that side of it that makes me do better than a lot of people.
Yeah. Hey, whatever gives you the edge.
That's why they call me the chalk whisperer.
Do you have a chalk you prefer? A brand?
Yeah, so the company that I use most is actually Sornex. It's Mighty Mitts chalk, but it's like 4 times more expensive than just general gym chalk.
Yeah.
But it has no silicas in it. It's all just straight chalk. So when you grab a block of it, because of no fillers, it's like way heavier than a normal block of chalk.
Right.
And then Friction Labs is another company that's very similar. None of that abominable grip that has essential oils in it.
It makes your hands smell nice.
If it has essential oils in it, it means it's not just chalk. So
right. Means they put semen in.
Use that for arm.
It's chalk and semen.
That's the extra special sauce.
Dave whips that up.
That's that chalk bowl on the table.
So for arm wrestling, do you have a chalk you would suggest? No brands? Just
no.
whatever.
Chalk.
Just chalk.
It doesn't. Yeah, for arm wrestling, it doesn't really matter, and really that depends on technique. So if you're trying to slip, obviously,
no chalk.
No chalk. Maybe some chapstick on your chapstick on your lips, and get your hands and rub your lips, rub your head.
Someone has to have done that, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some kind of trick.
I have a hard time flipping. That's generally not my game. So that is a hard, if you come from grip sport where you're used to, like, if something starts to slip, you squeeze harder.
Right.
Whereas in arm wrestling, and when you squeeze harder, your wrist actually extends. So like on a gripper, you squeeze, your wrist is now going to be in 15 to 20 degrees of extension.
Right.
So that was hard for me to transition, because unless I was truly just diving in to really just hook, versus just contain. When I would just contain, I would actually expose my own wrist.
Yeah.
So it was not necessarily a strength issue. It was more just what I was used to issue. So I almost have to like teach myself contain, don't squeeze, contain, like for
When I try to slip, I've already been pinned.
Yeah, Lucas, if you're not on the chat, it says, Lucas, have you ever seen good gains from training with the guillotine grip machine? I've seen mixed up opinions. That's from Arm Wrestling CEO.
I agree. Some people like to train just basic grip and grippers. They will use that just for volume, to do holds. To tell you, I've used one maybe 5 times ever. Just not my. It's just not something that I enjoy to train with. So
You make one though, right?
yeah, I make a couple different ones.
Yeah.
So a lot of the grip machines, like the guillotine grip style machines, the bottom handle is rigid. So mine actually has the bottom handle actually rolls.
Oh, nice.
So it does give you a little bit of variety there that you're getting. You have to contain it better or else it could potentially slide out of your hand because there is a revolving aspect to that bottom handle.
That's a good idea. Good question.
I would go more the pinch and gripper machine. So it has plates on the back side and then hand grips on the other side. So you can use it for like, you can do pinching, you can do key pinch, you can do up and down vertical grip style, but they're more offset at like a 45-degree angle versus like a pure like parallel guillotine style. It still has the vertical up and down guillotine loading, but it has a little bit more variety. And it's less of a pain in the ass for me to make, honestly.
When someone orders one, you're like, fuck.
I mean, anytime you manufacture or fabricate anything, there's always those items that you're just like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily take that long or that hard to make, but I just don't like making it. It's like, that's one of the things I just don't like making. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't like to make it.
What's like your
Like
least?
that original pulley that I stopped making was my least favorite thing. Literally, it was such a pain in the ass because you had to build a bracket that went on underneath the table that had to be bolted through the frame of the table.
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of holes I had to drill through plates in order to get it so that the pipes fit, and then you could get a smooth finish on the revolving. Then you had to put a ladder, a gate thing so you could adjust it, draw the holes, make sure those were in the right spot. Pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's why I don't make it anymore.
Do you fabricate ghost guns?
If I talk about it, then it's truly a ghost gun.
Right. That is true. That is true.
But no, I don't. I don't have a lathe to do that. I mean, you could do a drill press, but I have many friends with lathes, CNC machines that, 80% lower, and then just make it for yourself.
Yeah.
So I plead the fifth on that one. Message me. No.
Message me if you need one. That's on the secret page on Arm Assassin Strength Shop. All these 80% lowers. Well, it's legal to sell the lower at 80%. You just can't fucking.
You can't sell it a finished product to someone else. Yeah. So you can make it for yourself. It's legal to make for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just
I got a bunch of AR lowers and some Glock lowers, but that I haven't even touched. They're just sitting there in case,
Yeah. Like you could sell the lower as an 80%. You just can't sell it as a finished product.
Yeah. It's essentially a paperweight.
Correct. That's all a gun is.
They are starting to crack down on them, though.
Yeah.
That's why I bought a shitload of them, because if they crack down on it, I'm like, all right, I got some before they shut it down.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, we'll be here all night. We start talking about that.
We're about to find out if ACE inhibitors and blood thinners work when they're washed down with alcohol.
Oh, God.
They probably work better.
That's a much better topic, Dave.
Actually, they probably will double their effect. So don't cut
Yes,
yourself.
the alcohol will definitely thin your blood. Probably not good for your heart condition.
Oh, my heart condition is just wonderful lately.
So Lucas, what's the longest range you have up there by you where I can go shoot a gun?
I knew Chuck would bring back the gun topic.
There's no real. I mean,
Lucas's
Shooter's
backyard.
Gauntlet. Bob Raymond that owns the machine gun shoot. He has a 1,500 yard.
Oh, nice.
Out there, do people just shoot in their backyard?
Yeah, like I set up a range. So my father-in-law has a property that there's like a hill on one side, the road goes through the valley, and then there's like a big field on the other side. And from shooting from there to there, the other field is like 700 yards. So I set up a little steel range, 4, 5, and 7, just to practice PRS. So that's one thing that I've been doing is like precision rifle shooting, like that maybe some people have seen pictures, but that's been occupying a little bit of my time.
Well, for those that are just joining us, this is our 98% Second Amendment episode.
Perfect. The gun show.
Yeah, gun show for sure. That has double meaning.
Speaking of gun show, she just had her 9th child the other day.
Wait, what?
So Jessalyn Arrow, I think is her new
Yeah.
her nickname was the gun show. She just had her 9th child. Like
Jesus, dude. I can't even chase my one child around. Imagine 9.
I think like same thing, like my mom and her family had 8. I think once you start having like more than 3 or 4, then the other ones start taking care of the little ones. They should be helping you.
It's a hell of a tax.
Is she trying to get a TLC show or something?
I don't know.
Dude, if I had that many kids, I just would do nothing all year and then wait till tax season and cash in on all my kids.
If they cost you money the rest of the year, that's when you get it back.
And that's just a lot of things to worry about and think about. There's that many children. But
Yeah. My daughter dropped her first F-bomb the other day. And it was not my fault. It was actually my wife's fault. My wife gets home first with my daughter, and our dog somehow knocked over one of our trash cans and got into it. And my daughter walked in, and our dog's name is Maggie, and she goes, "Fucking Maggie." I looked at my wife and I was like, she's always the one who's home first and finds that if it happens. So I'm like, she got that from you. And she was like, she might have. I was like, oh no, that's not good. But man, they are parrots. Anything she hears, she repeats immediately. It's ridiculous. You'll see soon. 217 said, "Stay strapped or get clapped." That is true. Some good advice from Brad.
Yeah, the Nightmare met the young Jamie Barrett from Australia. Yeah, he's not even old enough to vote in Australia, I don't think yet. Very young kid. Very strong.
16 or 17.
Yeah.
Captain Alvia said she's been watching FTG Friday. I would never let my daughter watch this show. Jesus Christ, not with Dave on here with his gold bond powder.
You notice how I'm never the one that brings it up.
I know you're the one who uses it.
Yeah, Lucas, I can't wait till spring to fire my new
do a
one.
damn thing about it if it wasn't for you.
What did you get, Chuck?
I bought a Barrett.
Oh, nice.
50 cal.
That'll work.
Of course, I got to save up a little bit and get a good scope for it first, but you know.
He goes hunting with it and just blows the head clear off the deer.
It was never.
People don't realize. Go ahead.
It was never a need thing. It was a want thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's half the shit we own, isn't it?
Yeah.
3/4.
That is true.
But yeah, I mean the 50 cal is people they see it. Yeah, it actually doesn't recoil as much as you think because it's a very slow recoil. It's more of a big push than it is a fast, aggressive recoil. It's just that it has large volume of percussion coming back or out to the side when shooting.
Yeah.
So Chuck, they had at that machine gun shoot, they had a 20 millimeter, like a sniper rifle,
Oh, nice.
which is about 4 times the powder capacity of a 50 cal.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pounds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, at $95 a shot.
Oh,
Not all.
oh,
50 cals are $8. At that thing, it costs $8 to shoot the 50 cal, and it's $95 to shoot that.
Right, looks like a little tiny missile.
Oh my god, it's freaking giant.
I bet. That's awesome. I mean, what are you shooting at with this? You know, like
Anything you want.
fuck it, yeah. Anything you feel like.
anything you don't want, because after you shoot it, you're not going to have it anymore.
True.
Fucking hole through an elephant.
Yeah, I mean, they do that shoot twice a year, and like you can go there. There's a bunch of vendors, and you can go shoot machine guns and whatever you want. They have mini guns that are turret mounted. They had a Barrett, a quad, so it's 4 50 cals, and you sit in the
Oh,
thing
wow.
and you shoot it. You sit inside like the turret.
Brad said you shoot tanks. Yeah, for sure.
I had a tank, but you don't actually shoot the tank. You could ride around in the tank. But oh my god, they got to spend $1 million worth of ammo in freaking 2 days. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's fun though. That sounds like it'd be a good time.
This dude said I look like the prospector from the Toy Story movie.
There you go.
Was that a dwarf joke?
I guess maybe.
You need a longer beard.
Just didn't feel like combing my hair.
Half the time, Lucas, I fall asleep on this podcast and then they kick me off so that I'm not just here like out like this.
Yeah.
So
I think I slept for like 10, maybe 10, 15 minutes. So before I got woke up. So I got like a little nap in that's kind of kept me.
what
awake.
made you look at our podcast?
Well, I just knew it was Friday and I was like, oh shit, it's 9:00 or 8:45.
That's cool.
So I told my wife, I was like, I'm supposed to get on, or I want to get on a podcast, but it's on Friday and it's like 8:30 or 9:00 at night. She's like, yeah, good luck with that. Knowing that I'm normally
Now
asleep.
she's gonna be like, you were on till fucking past 11 o'clock. Jesus. One time I got on here and I went to bed at midnight and I woke up at 7 a.m. and they were still on. They had been on for 16 hours straight. I was like, holy Christ. I had to shut it down. They probably would have continued. I was like, that's it. You guys have been on here enough. And I shut it off.
You just get different people come revolving in to.
Yeah.
Who was on that night? They were like waving their dicks at each other the entire night. It was ridiculous.
Ron the Dawn and
That guy from Washington.
Dan
Daniel, you're like, yeah.
They were not happy with each other.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Did you mediate?
I tried. I tried.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of nonsense being spoken for like an hour and a half straight,
Oh no, Shubich is back.
which is very unlike this podcast.
I think Shubich is behind the attack on the Ukraine. What's up, buddy? How'd your date go? Did you get laid?
Oh yeah. You know me. Every Friday night. No, we just had a staff Christmas party. Nothing too wild.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, my wife went to one tonight too because she's also a teacher.
Did she get net laid?
Nah, maybe she may have. I always joke around and tell people like my wife's a teacher and I think she's having an affair with a student, and they're like, "Oh my god, what grade does she teach?" And I'm like, "Kindergarten." And then they look at me like I'm a fucking weirdo.
They're not wrong.
Right.
Oh, God.
You're like, well, Lucas will probably run into this. Well, probably not, because I look like a weirdo, but we go to the park, right? And my wife will be like up on the swings with my daughter. So I sit down on the bench, and every single time I'm sitting there, like some Karen will come up to me and they start like moving closer to me and closer. And then finally they're like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Good." They're like, "Which one's yours?" So now every time they ask me that, I say, "I haven't decided yet." And they fucking look at me like they're ready to call the cops. And then I'm like, "Just kidding. That's my wife over there with the little blonde girl. That's my daughter." And then they calm down. But that's my answer now every fucking time. I'm like, "Why are you coming up and asking me this in the first place?" Like, I guess because I'm sitting there alone in a park looking at children.
What, are you not allowed to go to the park as a grown adult?
I guess not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, which one's yours? It's none of your fucking business. Get away from me.
I like to swing on the swings too.
Right. I just have to check the weight limit first. It's unreal, dude. Ooh.
Any more news about Winter Blast? Anything new?
I'm gonna be there. That's the only.
All right.
No.
Are you coming?
Okay.
Are you going to set up your table, or are you just coming to hang out?
Set up my table.
Might as well make it a business.
What facility is it gonna be in? As far as like what type of flooring do they have?
It's the Sheraton Hotel, like their huge event space. So it's carpeted.
Oh, man.
I just wonder if I can bring like an inch dumbbell for Dave to not lift.
Give it a shot.
I mean, bring a rubber pad or something.
Yeah, I would bring a mat.
Yeah,
Bring me a strap.
I think we can do whatever the hell we want there. Fuck it. Well, this is like, we're in a weird transitional, period, because like where we were having tournaments before, and like now we've outgrown that size of a venue, and now we have to like get a spot that's like legit, like a rental. So this is our first year there, so
Yeah, especially in March, you can't just put it in a field and
right. Yeah, nothing outside. So it's like we had to pay for this one, and we had to pretty much pay, what they normally charge, but it's their first time having an event like this, and it's our first time being there. So they said next year, once they see what it's like and what they're going to make off food and alcohol, like we'll be able to negotiate a better price probably next year if we do it at the same place.
Yes.
But we're trying to open up our own warehouse, our own 98% headquarters. So if that happens, then most of our tournaments would be at our own location. So we'll see how that goes. Well, then we could sell Lucas Raymond products right there in our storefront.
Absolutely.
That could be your Philadelphia branch storefront. Because we might open like a little section as a gym, kind of set up for arm wrestlers and kind of strength sports. So like kind of like strongman stuff too. So we were going to have like a little storefront where we could put stuff. But yeah, I'll talk to you about that at some point. That'd be cool.
Sounds good.
Sure, putting the cart before the horse right now, aren't you?
No, we actually found we got an investor that's interested in the whole idea.
Yeah, interest and execution.
Happen. It could happen soon.
Cart before the horse.
Oh, for sure. But it's our plan. I went to lunch with the guy and we had to talk about it. And we're going to start looking at different properties to see what would work. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, someone that invests in a property, the property still has value.
Right. Yeah, we're not losing anything.
You're not losing any value of the property. So
Yeah, and if we have a huge event space, my theory is, we could throw our tournaments there or other people that want to rent it for their stuff, but we could rent it out all year round as just an event space to non-arm wrestlers. You know what I mean? People that want to throw like an event or a party and I think being able to control the food and alcohol would be a huge thing. Because usually we got to get a spot and talk them into giving us the venue for free because they're going to make money off the food and alcohol. If we could control the food and alcohol, then there's so much stuff we could do for the sport because we'd have that extra income from that. Cover rent easily. So we'll see.
yeah, and there's just liability for that side of making sure
Right.
bartenders are trained and all that
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah, and we were gonna I was talking to someone, well, I'm not gonna say his name, but we're gonna set it up like a private club because a private club you can get a liquor license that's like for catering kind of. So as long as your event isn't the only intent of the event isn't to just drink like an arm wrestling tournament, you don't need like this, like those super expensive liquor licenses. It's just for like events. So there's like a little loophole in there as long as you're like a private club. So that's kind of like the angle we're going to take towards it. Just like a private club, private gym membership, stuff like that. But we'll see. It's all just talk right now. It's in the works. We'll definitely be selling Gold Bond. Trying to get Gold Bond as a fucking sponsor for Winter Blast. You're like, dude, you guys haven't even touched on the angle of Gold Bond being used for masturbation. That's a whole new demographic of people that they could reach out to. All because of Dave Shell.
they need to make lifting chalk, Gold Bond lifting chalk.
There you go.
The hell?
Yeah.
A whole nother market they could hit.
Macho Man's in the house. Aaron Yearsley, what's up, buddy?
Good for your hands, good for your balls.
That's right. That is true. That's a good motto.
Did Aaron cut down quite a bit for his
Aaron,
last
yeah.
competition?
Yeah.
Like 176?
He was looking lean.
Yeah, that's a little down there.
There's part of me that wants to like get back and be competitive and all that because just to see where I could be, but there's part of me that just doesn't want to do it.
In grip sport or arm wrestling?
Both. Arm
Both.
wrestling more. I feel like I could still be competitive in grip with minimal training, but
Yeah.
not with arm wrestling.
Now, Lucas, do you find that you pull Frank Hurst different as a arm wrestling table fabricator?
What's that? Sorry, I
Do you
didn't
feel like you pull Frank Hurst differently than other people? Have you ever pulled him before?
I've never actually been on a table with him. I was just trying to think. I was like, no, I don't think I've ever.
Just like arm wrestling table making guy to another.
Yeah, no. The only I don't even know if that's what I had never even gripped up with him.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Same here. I mean, never got the chance because I didn't make it that far in the bracket. But
How do you think you would do if we invited all the guys that are making fucking tables and now you guys arm wrestle each other?
Oh, I think Frank would definitely have the advantage over all of us.
Hurst came to one of the Philly practices when Rosenwood was running him, Ryan. Who was it that shocked him? Was that Kevin Kaler?
Yeah.
fucking strong.
Yeah.
I don't care
I
what.
mean, Kaler is a fucking beast, though. So
Now, out of guys that make arm wrestling pulleys, who would win out of you and Krause?
Sure. Are we talking about like foot race? We talking about grip?
I can spoon.
Like, what are we talking about? Grip contest. He has.
I mean, chances are, if a guy can beat you in arm wrestling, you'll probably take him out in the grips sport. You know, that's what we'd have to do. If we have you arm wrestle someone, you have to do both. That way, you know what I mean?
And I get to pick the events. You know?
Yeah.
The ones I'm really good at.
Which ones are you? What are you best at?
One hand pinch and vertical bar style lifts would be my best.
Nice.
Yeah, like I mean, I think there's a couple people that could do the weight, but as far as I've seen, the most weight ever done on plate pinching, I did 25 kilo plates plus 10 pounds added in magnets, so it was 120 pounds in plate pinching,
Jesus,
one-handed.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's this one guy I follow on Instagram. I Newton.
Yeah,
He's
Isaac
all
Newton.
that kid too. Yeah, he's pretty crazy. Like he was always like every other week he's like picking up 2 plates plus the Thomas inch.
Yeah.
He's always doing something wild. But I don't know anything about that world besides that. Like this guy's doing crazy stuff. You're doing crazy stuff. Brian Shaw's doing the blobs all in a medley as well.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about grip. You see that. So I just had a video go viral on Instagram. I reposted a video of someone doing a Saxon bar deadlift. It wasn't even that much weight, but it's got almost 4 million views.
Jesus.
Like, I'm like, it is the most basic video on earth. Not really that impressive. And there's like thousands of comments of like God strength grip and all this other shit. And I'm like,
Hell.
there's like videos that I post where like not
people-
one other person has ever done this, and you get like 4 likes.
Yeah.
Because people just don't understand. Like they look at something and they think it's crazy, but they don't really understand because they've never tried it.
Right.
I've done a little bit of training with Joe Sullivan, and that guy does pretty crazy stuff. It's just like, regular for him.
I haven't even I've talked to Joe, like I think it was probably over a year ago is the last time I talked to him, and just I don't know.
Yeah, he's not really keeping up with grip training or like even in that world at all. He's not even doing conventional training at all. He's just doing like push-ups, pull-ups, some kind of row machine that he's got. Yeah, he's not doing grip training, but I did a little bit of it like last year. And yeah, we had some good stuff like with thick bar, Saxon bar, all fun stuff. But if he's not doing it, I'm probably not going to be doing it as well. And he lives like an hour from me. Just with the schedule doesn't work out.
That's what basically when he stopped doing any of the grip, it's just like I've been busy with a child, and I mean, I don't even like he adopted his nephew.
Yep.
Last time I talked to him, and they were having some issues with that because of his kind of attitude that the kid had. But he was in a bad situation prior, so I haven't had.
He's still making out to some arm wrestling practices. Like he'll be with us tomorrow afternoon. For the arm wrestling, he's doing pretty well, especially in the amateur category. He still does have that issue where he's trying to squeeze too much. That's like you were saying just earlier in the podcast. Like that's going to give him like a negative kind of result, just squeezing too much instead of actually trying to contain. So trying to get him out of that groove, so he can actually use the hand shape that he has.
It's a very hard thing to try to train out of you, but it does work when you're in a strap and you get into that pronated. You get the strap locked and your wrist is slightly extended. As long as you can maintain your pronation, and then you just drive sideways. That's when it does, because you can contain people's hands from being able to climb.
Oh yeah, and Pronation, he has the spades with all his like hammer work and whatnot. So he's got that. He's got that on live.
So in a way, it works in some technical aspect, but other ways it doesn't. Because it's hard to go to a strap when you're squeezing someone's hand because you expose your hand, and then by then you're pulling a Ryan grounding and you're at the pin pad already.
Sucks, dude.
You can't slip. That's why I actually felt a lot more comfortable. Like people that are really good top rollers, like the last time I faced Elsesser and Alex Top Roll's another one that I didn't feel comfortable trying to slip outside. So I would just set up and just press straight to the pin pad and just basically let go with my hand. But you're committing to potentially getting caught in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Doing that. Like that's not like you don't half-ass that slip at all. Your shit's gonna get broken off.
I found a website that makes a styrofoam Thomas Inch.
I got a shot loadable one. It only weighs like 21 pounds empty or something like
That's
that.
awesome. Do you ever just like fuck around with it like you're doing crazy shit with it?
I should, but I don't.
Dude, you totally would go viral.
Yeah.
Just be sitting there like throwing it back and forth, throw it out, catch it.
Clean it.
Right, yeah. It's hard though to make something light look legit when you're trying to make it look like it's heavy.
Yeah, because like even when you're like a clean, when you clean it and it lands on you, like something that's light's not gonna like throw you back.
Yeah.
Set
Right.
on you. Like it's hard to fake that part of it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's websites that make like fucking styrofoam plate, like everything you could think of with weights. It's ridiculous. Makes me think like how many guys are using fake. Like obviously, if there's a website for it, there's a market. So someone's buying those plates and using them in their fucking fake ass YouTube video.
Yeah, and people probably freaking people make money on that type of shit because people are gullible.
Yeah. A lot of the guys that have a lot of videos like get accused of that all the time.
Well, that's like that Saxon bar lift. There was people accusing him of fake weights. I'm like, it's not even that heavy. It's only like 230 pounds. I'm like, I don't know what fake weights. I mean, yeah, it's a good Saxon bar lift, but it's not like it's the world record on Saxon bar.
Right.
People are crazy.
One that used to get all the crap on that was at Castleberry or something.
Yeah, Brad
Castleberry, yep, with the hexagonal plates
Yeah.
or octagonal plates. Yeah, that was years ago. He had a whole shitstorm of that going on.
So did that dude that has that YouTube channel, Athlete and X.
Athena, yep.
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking douche.
He got accused of using fake weights too.
A bunch of those fitness influencers are total slime balls, in my opinion.
I mean, Liver King's my favorite human being.
Oh, dude. That fucking apology was hilarious. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the most bullshit apology on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
She thinks people are gonna fucking like, I don't know, whatever. If you want to do steroids, go ahead, but don't fucking blatantly lie to everybody and say I've never done steroids.
Right.
Because now, even if I wanted to buy your product, I will never fucking buy your product ever.
Right. Just for being a douchebag. Yeah. If he would have just said he does steroids, people wouldn't have even fucking cared.
Yeah,
He probably still would have sold products. But now that he lied about it, it's like, oh, this guy's a liar. Is he lying about the ingredients in his fucking products?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
You know? Exactly.
All right, guys. I'm gonna bow out here. Fuck
Would.
this guy. Lucas, I sent you a message on
Thanks, Ed.
Facebook Messenger. Whenever you get around to it, no rush.
Better be over a
Did you send me a
$200
message?
order.
Yeah, I'll leave it unread so I can look at it tomorrow, or else I'll forget.
Yeah, no worries.
Better be a big order, Colin.
I
Have a
mean,
nice
it's a
safe-
few
have a
things.
Nice safe trip to the prairie provinces out there, Colin. We'll see.
Prairie,
you
I'm going to Ontario.
Oh, I thought you were going out. Weren't you originally from out west?
No, I'm originally from Kitchener, Ontario. Then I lived in Calgary for 9 years, Vancouver for a bit.
Okay, I'm remembering you from Calgary then. That's why.
Yeah, no, 3 hour drive back home to Kitchener for Christmas. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Someone has to fact check Dave.
he was
That's
out. He was out in Alberta for a while. I know he was.
Yeah, I was in Alberta from 2009 to 2017.
Lucas has to be up in an hour to start welding.
All right, guys. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah, see you.
Later,
Colin.
Colin.
Later, buddy.
Bye.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Can't stand him.
Dude, Lucas is gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "Fuck these 98%."
Discount to 4%.
His welds are gonna be all fucked up.
And I'll just sleep in an hour or two. Normally on weekends I'll work from like 4 to 8, and that'll be from like when the baby's not even awake yet. Like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Well, if you need the exercise, they're going to have a real. They should have a decent practice in Harrisburg tomorrow. Paul's going to be there. Tim Lewis is going to be there. I'm not sure who else is going to be there.
Oh yeah, I'll go there. I'll go there to give Paul some work.
That's
Mhm.
all I need. Tim Lewis.
Tim Lewis. I'm not young enough to fucking be an attractive pull to him. I was 20, maybe. He likes those young ones.
They're probably gonna have a pretty decent turnout down there, I would think.
Yeah, they generally do.
Well, when Paul was there, they do. I mean, we had 8 last week and 5 the week before, but whatever.
I was gonna go, but I have a cough that won't go away, and everyone's gonna be like, "You have COVID or something." So I figured I'll just fucking stay home.
No, they don't care.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay home, and I'm gonna use Lucas Raymond's products in my basement, work out, so that the next time I go to one of those practice, I'll be more competitive.
We'll show up in Predator on Sunday and get everybody sick there.
Just remember to put weight on the machine before you use the handle.
Are you supposed to?
That's all right. Steve Hale, the first Steve Hale tournament is when I got COVID. That one that was during COVID.
Oh
The
yeah.
underground. Yeah. Someone, I don't know. I think Paul Barth's buddy that came knew he had COVID, and he still showed up. And like me, Brandon Alcester, Dustin Jelliff, like a whole bunch of people all got COVID from it.
That sucks, dude. Dustin, he wants a match at Winter Blast. So if anybody knows someone looking or someone that would be a good match for Dustin.
Robbie Russell was just messaging about 198er.
Yeah, well, we talked to him about it, but he's going to Arnold's the week before, so he was like, I can't go to both. So
What if you ask Artem? He might be game.
What is Dustin? What's Dustin weigh these days? Is he
He's
looking
like
for
198.
198.
Artem,
Anyways, like so he can make 98.
Yeah.
that could be a good match. Artem's on a tear right now.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, juicy looking. But he's
My first time pulling Dustin Jelliff was like the best learning experience of all time. Because I asked him after the tournament, dude, how'd you get your hands so strong? And he told me like that he's just used the cuppinator at that time, just like keeping a little bit of space in between it, just to make all the pressure go on his fingers. And I've been using that religiously, and that's taken my containment strength to like different heights. Like I'm a whole different puller just from that alone. I think, yeah, losing to him was like the biggest blessing I've ever had. And that was just from that first underground tournament at Steve Hale's where he got COVID. So a little silver lining there.
Yeah,
Dusty.
Dustin and Brandon have stayed very consistent on the training as far as like through COVID, and just the progress that they've made has been fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, do you think? Yeah, someone said Merlot or Kaler.
Taylor doesn't generally like to take super matches. So.
I was just gonna say it doesn't seem like. I mean, he's super strong and all that, but he just doesn't seem like the personality type that like
Yeah.
enjoys that.
He did do one at the Lethal Arms when they did their super matches, but
with Caleb Bevis.
yeah. Merlot's at that weird spot where if I try to find him a match, like he doesn't want to pull anyone below him. He wants to pull people above him, and the people above him don't want to pull him because he legitimately could beat them and it wouldn't look good for them. So it's like this whole weird, he's like at that level where he's like a threat to people above him. Like it's hard to find him a match. You know what I mean?
Dustin would be legitimately a good one, though. I would think.
Yeah, I agree.
He's right on that cusp. I think he's right around that level. I would pick Jason to be the favorite, but Dustin is definitely in contention.
Yeah.
Merlot and Artem left-handed, Dustin and Artem right-handed.
Well, at that I went to that Devin Larratt seminar in New Jersey, and Artem was fresh lefty, and when Merlot showed up, he's like, "You're not pulling anybody till you pull me lefty fresh," and Artem slammed into him, and Merlot just held him at center like lefty, like it was nothing. I was like, "Wow."
This is Dustin. Dustin had a Predator practice 2.5 years ago. It's a little bit bigger
Is that
than
a baby picture?
Dave,
bigger than that now.
Dave, is that the wallpaper on your phone?
No. Yep, but it is in my library.
I bet it is.
2.5 years.
Gold Bond Library.
Gold Bond Library. That's what it's labeled as. It's in a folder called Gold Bond.
Roger feels really strong, he says.
Roger feels strong. Isn't Roger might pull Evan Burgoyne possibly? Chuck's favorite person.
Oh, I was saying Artem just beat Andre Shark left-handed.
Yeah, I saw that. That's impressive. Artem is looking really good, man.
Sir Fatty said, I only came to see Colin and now he's leaving.
And I feel like Andre, Brandon Elsesser, like they've had wars. Merlot, they've had wars. So I feel like those are all guys that are kind of on the same level that could
Yeah.
on the same day.
Yeah. Well, I always reach out to these guys and try to get something going. I think it'll be good if Derek Smith comes out to Winter Blast. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
No, he's too tall. That's not a good look for me.
I wonder if Carolyn slewed in tonight up in Maine. She's not here. She's usually with us. Carolyn Loomis. Maybe snowed in up there.
Armwrestling CEO said Artem beat Andre right hand even crazier.
Or yeah, was it right hand that he beat him or was it left hand?
Yeah, it was right-handed.
Yeah, right.
I believe before the tournament that Andre had a super match with Tim Talmadge, whatever that means, whatever. That might have put some history on his arm. Even still, Andre did beat Jordan Silva before and after that match with Artem.
No, that's Artem beat Jordan left-handed, but Jordan got smashed by Gage Jordan in the super match. But
right.
Gage's shoulder roll is like, if you can't stop that, good luck.
Who's?
So Gage Jordan from
yeah.
Like he shoulder rolled still 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And basically just flash pinned him, which it's a technique that if you can't stop it from getting to the pin pad, then you're gonna lose in a second.
Yeah.
Key with that is keeping him at the center of the table, but not always easy.
Roger said he's gonna bust his hand back.
He's talking about Dustin.
I think he's talking about Evan Burgoyne.
Nice.
Evan Burgoyne.
If it's a right hand match, I think so.
We'll have to take out extra.
That's what it's gonna have to be. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Roger says he's gonna be in New Hampshire tomorrow. I better bring that arm. Hey, I'm already up here in Connecticut, ready to go there, Roger.
Go ahead, pussy.
Manchester, New Hampshire.
Strong at 5 o'clock.
That's my hometown, Manchester, New Hampshire.
I used to live in Franklin.
Ryan, don't they have like really good pizza up there in New Hampshire?
Pizza?
Yeah.
I mean, they got good food like anywhere, really.
Right.
When I moved down here to Philly, no offense to people from Philly, but I was disappointed in the cheesesteaks down here because they were way better in New Hampshire.
Yeah. That one Dave Portnoy guy, I watched a little bit of his pizza reviews, and I think he had some really good
ones.
pizza reviews from New Hampshire.
Yeah,
I think probably from Manchester as well, unless I remember wrong.
Like New Hampshire's not like known for pizza, but I guess they got some good pizza joints.
I guess so, yeah.
Gertchen said he used to live in Franklin, New Hampshire, if you know where that is. I
Yeah,
don't.
way the fuck up north.
I lived in a small town for the Hill.
New Hampshire's known for their beaches.
They got these roads signs up in northern New Hampshire.
That was nice living 20 minutes from the beach, dude. Here, it's like everywhere here is 2 hours. Up there, everywhere was like 20 minutes. 20 minutes to Boston, 20 minutes to the mountains, 20 minutes to the beach. Here, it's like everything's 2 hours or
4 hours to Bangor, Maine, or I'd go up to their practice, but they're a little bit far.
they got their own language up there, dude.
Yeah. Captain Obvious says Giovanni's and Londonderry subs are better. TJ Trout said New Haven, whatever that means. I mean, yeah, but I'm not sure what he's referring to.
Well, Lucas, that was a long 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going. I said that at 10:50. It's now
It's like,
on Saturday.
That 10 minutes turned into an hour.
dude, that's what happens on our podcast, though. Like, you think you're coming on just for like a half hour, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Well, the problem is I'm not tired, but I need to try to go to sleep.
Yeah. It's like you get a second wind when you start talking on this thing. But hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. You know, we've only been begging for 2 years, but
Yeah, I know.
whatever. I'm just kidding.
I've been lost. Like I said, I haven't been to any. The last tournament I was at was Keystones, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
you're right.
Normally I'd go to like 5 or 6 and take equipment and sell equipment, but this year with the baby, I just haven't.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
That was pretty fun. Like, it's pretty cool that you just take out your equipment, just like lay it out there for people just to fuck around with throughout the day. There's that one kid with like the wide ass shoulders, just like picking up the inch dumbbell like every 5 minutes. Like the curly headed fuck. Kid is strong as hell.
Curly- What was his name?
I don't know.
Boy lifts.
I don't know. He had a cap on.
Yeah,
Wide fucking
belts. Curly-headed fuck.
belts.
Anybody out there know who curly-headed fuck was? Jeez.
He's a power lifter, but came
Yeah.
for the grip stuff.
Yeah, the dude's a stout. They're just strong as hell.
That's funny.
And that's curly headed fuck for you.
Outlaws practicing tomorrow.
Yeah,
What's
we
that?
are. If you're asking me, Dave. Yeah,
Lucas, I still remember the first time Storm seen the inch dumbbell at that practice up in Scranton. And he just walked up to it and
Had a piece of pizza in his hand and put the pizza down and lifted the inch dumbbell like it was
That's
nothing.
crazy. Well, dude, when I get my styrofoam one,
You're gonna put a piece of pizza in your hand and like grab with the pizza.
fucking be in my mouth.
he said pee in your mouth.
I'll have the
Ryan
pizza.
did win the max back pressure effort.
I did win the max back pressure competition that Uncle John and all those guys were having.
What'd you do? 1,000 pounds or 1,000 kilos?
Yeah,
1,000 kilos. 1,000 kilos, and that was by far the most that anybody had attempted.
by far.
Roger said, I play with Luke's curl bar all the time. And of course, that's when he's not playing with the back porch railing. But
What?
He has a nickname for your penis, curl bar.
Luke's curl bar all the time.
And that's not. And that's when he's not hanging out to the back porch railing.
Yeah.
Roger has graduated from the porch railing days.
Roger is loyal to us, not like some other people. I don't want any names here, but somebody that had his first big break at 98 events and basically forgot about us. No names.
It does tend to.
What's this ancestor guy you're talking about?
It does tend to happen. Dave, why are you looking at McCurchin like you're hungry?
Just sitting here having a fun time drinking.
Someone's getting raped.
All right, guys. Well, I'm out.
Later, Lucas.
As soon as you bring up the word rape, Lucas is like, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming on, dude. I'll talk to you soon about that other stuff.
Sounds good.
Thanks, buddy.
Later.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Good dude, though. Lucas is great. He's always been very supportive of our 98 guys, our 98 stuff. So,
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I mean, he gives us a super discount on the free table giveaway and all that stuff. Like, just whatever it costs him to make it. So, that's really cool.
Hey, we were a proud sponsor of Brandon Alcessor going down to Monster Factory.
Yeah.
We made the T-shirts for him and stuff.
I saw the shirt, yeah.
Yeah, how about that match? That was like, for me, probably match of the year. Every single time I saw him try to transition to a press, I legitimately thought he was going to break his arm. I would turn on the volume and be like, "I'll watch it," but kind of like this kind of whole thing. Like
that fifth match. That fifth match was crazy.
Yeah,
it was just nuts.
Did you see how much bigger Pavlo looks standing next to fucking Paul?
Dude, insane.
My fucking God, dude. I was like, Paul just needs to pull people his own fucking weight.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he's going to be
enormous.
pulling Rustam next. And Rustam's a smaller guy, but shit, that's scary.
How about even seeing Pavlo next to Michael Todd?
Yeah. I think Paul said something about he's gonna like cut weight and pull normal weight class rather than trying to bulk up and pull the big guys.
Yeah, he'd probably better off like around 200, 210.
Yeah. But I mean, it's probably fun to go try to pull these bigger guys. You know what I mean? But competitively, probably better to stick to your own weight class.
I mean, it's keeping him on his at the top of his weight class though. Like if he's pulling Ron or BJ or all these other ridiculous studs, it's keeping him on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can't do that for too long, especially if he's gonna keep on climbing up with those guys that he's pulling with, like a fucking Pablo. But who knew that Pablo is that ridiculous?
I watched him pull 6 classes, six different classes out of Michigan State.
Damn.
And took a gold gorilla in every class.
Nice.
He
How
pulled
does he fit into 6 classes?
He pulled 42s. He pulled supers, and then he pulled the heavy masters class.
I gotta grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Makes sense. Yeah, dude, that guy's an animal. I mean, first I saw of him was either pulling in Michigan, like maybe 2 years ago, and then Devin Larratt visiting all around the country where he did that whole like little tour. Like, yeah, again, like 2 years ago. Never heard of the guy before then, but since then, yeah, nothing but impressive results for him.
Yeah. And then in his interview, he said he planned on pulling an event every 2 weeks this year.
Could not be me.
I don't know what weight category that was at between him and Paul. I don't know what even weight category they called that.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Pablo weighed in at like 241.6 or something, and then not sure about Paul. I'm sure he was allowed to weigh whatever he wanted because he's way under 240s.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I know, Pablo weighed in at 241, and then as far as what happens after weighing, I don't know what happens since then, but the weight itself was 241. I think he was just trying to make 242. But,
and Paul might have been what, 220 maybe?
Yeah, as heavy as probably 220. Doesn't look like it, but yeah, believe it or not, Paul Lynn's only like 220 max.
Because even at that level, 10 pounds makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about him and Rustin come January?
An interesting match. Probably a lot more interesting than people think. I don't know. Like, I don't know where Rustum's at right now. I haven't seen him pull in quite some time, but probably the best hook puller in the game.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of like how Paul Lynn's style matches up with Rustin, but I would just think that with the amount of experience that Rustin's had at the high level that he has, that he's going to take it and take it convincingly. Then again, I don't know. I'm not educated enough to really make a high analysis kind of judgment call on that match, but I would think Rustin takes it.
If I'm looking at that match and trying to analyze anything of it, I'm saying it's going to be a war. It's not going to be. I don't think there's going to be a convincing win. And I'm rooting for Paul to win, but that match could go either way.
Yeah,
I'd hope it's a war, and I hope Paul wins that war because that's our guy. But shit, I just feel it's Rustin, no matter how
he was one of the first
coming off on a comeback, but.
He was one of the first guys I ever watched pull. Was Rustum, and just to see him go like that, he was hooking everybody. He was hooking everybody. So, but you just don't know if there's you just don't know if there's table rust there or not. There's a lot of questions. I guess we'll find out in January, right?
I feel like Lance Train reminds me a lot of Rustin. Probably just like the short, stocky build. That maybe like the results or whatever. Because obviously Rustin is like world level. But dude, Lance I gripped up with him just last year. And he's every bit as strong and menacing on the table. Like he's gonna have a lot to bring it. Should he ever want to compete again? He's got something for everybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think like because locally up there, what was Lance? He was pulling what, like 165s?
Yeah, and that's heavy for him because he's like 155.
Yeah. Like he would go back into it for a couple months. He'd be right back where he was.
Definitely.
And he's a tough match for anybody in a tournament in the Northeast, I think.
the only guy that's ever made him look like a chump was EJ Warden. And that was just sheer dominance in the hand, not even letting Lance get a bite in the match.
Right.
And that was just one tournament out of many. I think it was probably one of the New York State Championships where as he was doing that to every guy, he was just holding for a few seconds and just pin him at a whim. Otherwise, it was always a good match.
Yeah. And I don't even know, like, in a heads-up match, different rules, get your own grip. I think that's what's better for Lance.
Yes.
The WAL setup is not good for Lance in a match like against Ezzy.
You're completely right.
I think if Lance can get what he needs, if he can get around far enough and get what he needs, it makes it a better match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that kid is quick.
Nashville Arms Wrestling with a super chat saying, "What's Luke's hand size? Thumb, pinky, and wrist finger." I'm not sure, but didn't he say he had like
Less than an 8-inch hand,
Yeah, he said less than 8.
less than 8-inch.
Which for a grip competitor is pretty impressive to do what he does.
Yeah.
8 inches, like
Sure.
the standard for having like a decent sized hand, like left hand for people in grip sport, and he's definitely maxing out what he's doing. I mean, I'm sure he's got room to grow, but he's making really good progress with what he's got going on as far as.
Roger said he wants to be like Pablo when he grows up.
Yeah, I want to say, Roger, don't grow up. It's a trap. It's a trap. Just stay where you are.
Tell him, Dave.
I'll tell you what, in another year or maybe 2, a good match, I think, for Paul will be Adam Warzinski will be a good match.
Yeah.
I think that's a close match if you look at all the stats and stuff.
For who?
For Paul Lynn.
Warzinski, yeah. I kind of want to see Warzinski matched up with the guys that Paul's pulled, like Ryan Bath, BJ, just to see how sticky he is for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is sick.
I'd like to see how he matches up with the guy that Paul pulled first at East versus West.
David
that
Samushia.
Artem. What's that?
Not David Samushia?
Oh, yeah, that David Samushia. I think that'd be an interesting match. But I think that Samushia is pulling Craig Toulier.
Yes.
In January.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know anything about the next card, really. I don't know too much of what's been finalized.
I want to see.
Yeah, that's okay.
I want to see Dave Shell best of 100 against anybody.
I want to see Dave Shell versus Jonathan McCutcheon.
Talking about facial hair here. It's facial hair. That's why, what's it called? My opponent, Hunter, decided to try to grow a mustache. So it doesn't look like he's 14. Really didn't work out that well.
What are the chances, Dave, that you show all our guests that are watching your nipples? Your nipples.
Very, very subtle. I say that for you. Something just for you, Ryan.
It's very awkward being the only one that has seen your nipples. I feel like
You're the one who kept asking.
other people deserve the chance to see them. I will say Dave had much smaller areolas than I expected.
I must say, I never even knew what the fucking word areola meant until he started talking about it.
A long life.
Why would you?
Ryan, you mean you knew more than the educated one knows?
Oh, hey, he knows all sorts of stuff about body parts that most people have never heard of.
Only virgins like you, Dave.
That's one of the 4 guesses.
You ever massage your perineum?
All the time.
So Dave, are you guys making the New Way event?
Most like Dave him
Yeah, Dave Zubich.
or Dave him?
Oh, dude, like nobody on my team like really makes any plans well in advance like that. So I have no idea. I probably won't be able to because of my coaching season. It's late enough in the month where I could possibly think about it, but the only competition I really have my sights on that I'm definitely training for and looking out for is going to be Winter Blast, just because it's March and I don't have to worry about anything during March besides Winter Blast.
Now, do you think that you guys don't make plans because you're all a bunch of hipsters?
Hipsters, I'm not sure how that fits into it, but just a bunch of sissies is what it is.
Your whole team.
The whole team. It's gonna be real sad. Tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and smash them all, and I'm the worst puller.
Why don't you
Central New York.
why don't you get Tori Nolan to come on the podcast one night?
Dude, I ask him only all the time, and he's like, yeah, next time, and never does. Which is too bad because the kid's a riot.
I know he is
He's
fun.
fun.
Dude,
He's got a colorful past
his TikTok.
and present. So he's got a lot to say, but he just doesn't come on for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to blackmail him.
Yeah, you should. I think that's the best bet.
Tell him if he doesn't come on, we're going to kill him. See what he says.
All right. Him or even Hawks. Those guys are just pure fun.
Yeah.
But
Hawks would probably come on if I ask him.
You should definitely ask him because he's got enough respect for someone asking him.
I'll be like,
he's not gonna flake on you.
Michael Hawks, remember way back when you said all arm wrestlers were pussies and you'd beat them all in arm wrestling? Has that changed?
Has your, get the laugh out of that, yeah.
Has your opinion changed of arm wrestlers?
Dude, that was like one of the wildest things I've seen.
Yeah, but
when
you
guys told me about that, I had no clue. I remember seeing that like months ago.
Yeah.
Until you guys said that, oh, it was Hawks that did it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That
I know. Well, I remembered it being a guy, and it didn't click that it was Hawks till much later. Because I was like, oh shit, now he arm wrestles regularly, you know?
It does it well. Yeah.
It does it well, yeah.
Yeah, man. small world. Yeah, he was living in California for some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he lives here.
He said that going to a practice humbled him, and he was like, damn. And then he was like, man, I got to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, he's a smart guy. He's very good with being humbled and learning.
Yeah.
At that time, I asked him, dude, what was up with that? That's literally not you, who you are.
Yeah.
You would never message that. He's like, yeah, dude, I don't know what was with me. I was just kind of whole some kind of power trip or whatever. I don't know. He just kind of explained the whole situation much better than I could now.
He got a bad batch of something.
Yeah.
Bad trip.
But, no, he's a good guy. He's very coachable. He's very, he's a good puller, very open to critique. So he's not at all what he put out himself to be in that post.
Oh, he much improved. I mean, I could show you video at the after poll at the the thing in New York at near Utica, where he couldn't. I was holding him. I ain't holding him now.
He knows how to use that monster Smith.
The first one he was at Hale's place.
The underground, yeah.
There's no video footage of me out there winning anything. Oh, that's a lie. There is footage of me beating Mike Aiello.
Yeah, that's right.
Watch what you say. There's footage of you out there beating somebody else too, but we won't talk about it.
Oh,
your wife?
Dave Shell?
No.
John Brzink?
Johnny Blades.
Johnny Blades, yeah. I don't know if there's footage out there of that though.
It was live on it was live on a Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yep.
He was mad about that, dude.
Oh, he went stomping off. Yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah, he was pissed off. Fuck that guy
Brockzilla.
with the horn trying to grow out of his forehead.
Well, somebody made a comment earlier today
That's
about
nice.
that, and I don't know if they were talking about him or not. I'll have to scroll back and find that.
Dude, he was so mad that I beat him. He was like, he fucking marched off and said some derogatory things about me as he marched off.
Captain Obvious says, how long does Aiello out?
Well, it depends on how quickly he gets back on a cycle. I don't know. He's having some back issues right now, isn't he? Didn't he just have a surgery?
I think so.
He got an extra vertebrae put in so he could be taller because he didn't want to be the same height as Paul Italia.
Johnny Blaze did that same thing recently, but he did the extra chromosome.
Yeah, it was from a goat. That's why he's growing a horn out of his head.
Having an extra one good or bad? Dave, do you know?
Not the slightest.
What's good? Having an extra chromosome or not having an extra chromosome?
Honest to God, don't know.
There was this girl that had Down syndrome in my neighborhood, and she guys,
Oh, God.
I remember this kid like having sex with her.
This kid, good.
Never mind, that's a story for another time.
Off the line. Oh.
Anyway,
Well, did you ever hear how Aiello got hurt?
no, I thought he just was having a back issue.
No, because he was a New York City firefighter.
Yeah.
They responded to a fire and a fucking roof fell on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a porch roof or fucking something like that. Fell on him and like 3 other guys.
It probably just bounced off him. He was just like, oh, no big deal.
Yeah, I guess it fucking messed him up pretty bad.
Get him a cup of stem cells. It's all the rage, Captain Obvious said.
Yeah.
Where can you order a cup of stem cells?
A couple stem cells.
They come from fetuses?
You
Fetuses?
probably just DM that one chick that Devin Laird was talking to in that video.
Oh.
Katerina.
Mexico City, you could probably get some.
Yeah, that's where people go for it mostly, isn't it? Stem
Somewhere
cells?
down in Mexico, yeah.
They just have a fucking plethora of fetuses to harvest stem cells from. Jeez. Captain Obvious said he uses powdered stem cells. Isn't that creatine?
Do you snort it or mix it with your protein shake?
He melts it down and injects it.
Sprinkle here and there.
Don't talk about powder. Dave Shell might try to fucking masturbate with powdered stem cells. I wonder what that would do. Breathe new life into the area.
Ugh.
Well, hopefully Winter Blast will be a success. I think it will be.
It's all on you, buddy.
I'm trying, dude. There's a lot of moving parts to this one.
I just wish I had time to get down there and fucking help you out.
Well, it's hard too because you live a lot farther in.
Yeah. I think
I think I'm going to
think
stay
I'm-
at the hotel Friday and Saturday night.
I think I'm 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah. What's the date again? March 11th. That would be cool if Brad could make it there.
I might have to get a Jordan Silk kind of hotel so I can afford it.
There you go. Just share one. You, James Reed.
I'm not sharing a room with fucking anybody.
James Reed. Well, they would, who knows what would happen in that room.
I'm not sharing a fucking room with anybody.
They get the
Hey,
swinger.
I got a gold medal at the IFA Worlds for sharing a room for a week with Black Ice and Nitro.
James rented the swinger suite.
You guys gonna get a swing set in your room?
Fucking Nitro would never survive a week. Oh, the fuck.
Why is he in there?
Yeah, Black Ice, Nitro, and then the last 4 days, Mill Christmas joined us.
Dude, it would be hilarious to like double book a room. James Reed and Michelle Dugan, and then we just like give Nitro a card to their room and not tell them.
Give Bob Kelly a card to their room.
Robert Kelly. Oh my God, dude, that would be hilarious. James would fucking murder him. Imagine James just sitting there on the bed, hanging out, watching TV or something, and Robert Kelly walks in.
We'd have to make sure we had a live stream of that one.
I mean, James would probably kill anybody that walked into his room late at night. So imagine it also being Robert Kelly.
I couldn't imagine staying with Nitro, especially after he went 0-2 and 0-2.
Yeah, he couldn't really. Well, he was originally registered just for the one arm, and then after they let him register late, for the other arm.
I would sneak sweets in his mouth at night and he'd wake up in a diabetic coma.
I'm already registered for the strongest badge in St. Louis in July. They had me when they put up the schedule and it said 6 p.m. Saturday all night after party. But sign me up for that one.
Dave's getting tipsy, man.
Of course, I'm not going to stay at their, the hotel. They've lowered, if you register before June 20th, the 369 a night is only 155 a night. Yeah, bullshit. I'm going over to a Motel 6 10 miles away in Illinois that's only costing me $118 for both nights a month.
Yeah, but then you got to take fucking lice treatments and shit.
Nope. Hey, that's where we are tonight, pal.
Bed bugs.
Motel 6, haven't caught one yet. Yep. No, I got about 25 Motel 6s in my dresses in my my phone. Actually, the worst one, they couldn't get into Motel 6 for one of the sit-down nationals. Ended up at Super 8. Oh God, that place was awful.
Dustin Jellifer, and he booked his hotel for Winter Blast.
No, we heard should fall asleep, so he's
Oh, that's your chance, Dave. Get him. Hey, get it, buddy. Dave's like, I gotta go.
Just going to repeat that I promised if he comes down and crashes at my place for Winter Blast, I'll get high with him.
Oh Jesus! What drug?
Marijuana, just marijuana.
That's a gateway drug, Dave.
Well,
What's next? Fucking heroin?
not a very big gate because I did that one. That's the only thing I've ever been high on besides alcohol. Only once.
Probably not heroin. Probably sodomy.
The coachman's gonna wake up fucking smothered in Gold Bond. Like all over the
He's
bed.
gonna wake up a new shade of white.
Why does my hair smell like Cold Bond?
It was just, online listening to the soundtrack from Hair the other night. Sodomy, fellatio, and all that shit. Whatever.
What did you just say? You were listening to the soundtrack from what?
Hair, the musical. Hair. It's before your time.
From Hair. Sodomy, fellatio. Oh my god.
City for Winter Blast.
Funneling, pederasty.
No, Winter Blast is going to be in Langhorne, PA this time.
Same thing.
Same thing, basically.
It's again.
We got a deal at the hotel. I put the link on the venue page. They're giving us like $200 rooms for $135, which is not bad for that area.
Not bad at all. I'm just cheap.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm going to stay there Friday night and Saturday night, because Friday night we're going to do some pre-weigh-ins. So we'll have to be there anyway. And I don't feel like driving all the way home and back for the morning. So fuck it.
I'll turn down the volume a little bit so McUrchin can go to sleep.
Oh, you sly dog. You want him to fall asleep. Huh?
Well, actually, I probably should soon too, since I have the alarm set for 7:30.
Imagine waking up and Dave's on top of you.
Oh, we feel like a sleep paralysis episode. Can't move anywhere.
Dave, are you going to wear your sleep apnea mask and turn on some sort of machine while you sleep next to him?
Yeah. Let's see what. Yeah, you might be able to see in the background there's a sleep apnea thing on the table.
Oh, yeah. Go put it on McUrchin and turn it on.
In the bed. You notice, by the way, I definitely did get a 2-bedroom, just to be clear here.
How drunk did McUrchin get, Dave?
Not very, because he has a super match tomorrow. Excuse me, Charles, a challenge match.
Charles.
Whatever. So that probably, since I called him Charles, that probably tells you something about my level of intoxication.
Dave's getting giggly over there.
Put down the wrong plate.
Dave, if ever you feel the end coming,
Hmm.
is there any chance you could die on the podcast?
Possibility.
You know how many views we'd get?
See, admittedly, McUrchin did help a little bit, but
What is that? What drink is that?
it's the
Smirnoff? No. Yeah. Number 21 vodka.
whatever, 80 proof. I just thought I didn't need the 100 proof type.
21, number 21, just like Tim Lewis likes it. Oh, that's awful.
Oh my God, I got to deal with him tomorrow. Oh fuck,
You got a what?
I got to deal with him. He'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, he's going? Oh my God. It's a good thing he doesn't watch our podcast. For real.
Fuck that guy.
That guy.
Yeah, it's stinker. I deliberately wanted to get some power to our practice. I got him in at the last minute. He didn't even say anything. I said, "Okay, we're here. What the hell? Oh, I had to take my sister to the airport." He blew us off.
What's more important, arm wrestling or bringing your sister to the airport?
Good.
Yeah, how dare he?
Yeah. So Roger was there. We're waiting for the Tim Lewis power and didn't show up. In fact, Chuck was at that one too.
Yeah, because I found out Tim wasn't going to be there.
Hmm.
I don't know that place tomorrow where they're in Harrisburg for that practice. I just like the food there. Food's good and stuff.
Oh, at Angie's, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your go-to there, Dave, Chuck?
Charles.
Dude, they have them fucking them pretzel things with the cheese. Oh, the fuck.
Yeah.
Never fails. Never fails.
I walked in this week and guy said, "You want the cheesy tots?" I thought that was pretty bad when you're there so often. They know what you're usually ordering. So now I think I'll get the spring rolls this time.
There a tournament coming up. Forget what month it's in. Is it January? The New Jersey one? Is that January or February?
You
The
mean
New
the
Jersey.
Jazz or the thing in Atlantic City?
No, team jerseys. State championship one.
Oh, I don't know.
The Team New Jersey Championship at Dad's is the 11th of February.
February? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't remember if it was February or
Yeah,
January.
11th of February.
Are they going to have that inside that little place or what?
I would imagine.
In February? Yeah, they might
I
have
was
to.
there last time. And it's going to be stand up. I asked Mignona.
Yeah. He's gonna
Last
do
one.
like a beginner's seminar at Winter Blast for the novice division and anybody who hasn't pulled yet that shows up to get some new guys,
Oh, that's cool.
at least pulling safe, He offered to do it, so I was like, absolutely. I would never
Looks like
say no to that.
looks like Zubich beat you there, Ryan.
Ah,
Well,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
resting my eyes a little bit too long over here.
you know what we do with that? Ryan gets on the phone and calls him, wakes him up on camera.
I did that once.
That did happen once. Yeah.
I think he was mad at me for that.
I wasn't too happy. No, I would have been happy staying asleep then.
Yeah, but I saved you from embarrassment for sleeping on a podcast for hours.
Oh no. Who watches this stuff anyway for me to be embarrassed about?
I mean, just by taking you off of it, but no.
Yeah, I'm resting my eyes a little bit too long.
Anyhow, I'm going to get out of here now.
All right, Chuck.
Got things to do in the morning.
If I
Catch
decide
you
to
guys
come,
later.
I'll see you there if I decide to come.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Later.
Later.
Bye, I love you.
Love you, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you hear that?
That big him.
Oh, that guy. Chuck's a good dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a good
He was
guy.
the first tournament I was ever at. He was taking pictures.
Hey, Aaron Yearsley said, "Are we going to get me a match, a super match with Dustin at Winter Blast?"
No.
Let me message.
I presume you know all the secret identity of all these people on this thing because of their Instagram or whatever.
Well, Macho Man is Aaron Yearsley.
Yeah, but a couple of them, somebody else, one of the others, somebody said, and they said, "Oh, that's so and so." I don't know who the hell these people are. A lot of
These
them.
people. Those people. Oof. That's dicey. That's some dicey vernacular from you, Dave. These people. Those guys. The others.
I just messaged Dustin right now, so we'll see what he says.
He's probably gonna say, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm asleep."
I messaged him on Facebook, not fucking.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I don't get like when I go to bed, dude. I fucking mute I silence my phone so that if someone calls or messages, I don't get woken up.
Yeah.
So
They
I
must
just
do that
assume,
automatically
I just
for me.
assume other people do the same thing, but not everybody does.
Yeah. I think we just sleep through it because I get like a whole bunch of messages in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, well,
Yeah.
I completely missed that. Unless they just like
When I
just
get up to go to the
smartphone
bathroom, I always
thing.
check. Whenever I get up to go to the bathroom, I always like look at my phone, see what time it is.
Yeah.
See if anybody I know died and I'm getting some weird call in the middle of the night. You know?
Yeah, I put that in my Christmas letter too, about how I died in May. Theoretically.
I've been just focused on I'm trying to focus on just getting sponsors for Winter Blast so that we can afford to do some cool things. But you know, because we had to pay for this venue, we're starting out already with $3,000 in the hole trying to cover that, you know. But this is our first time having to rent a place. So hopefully we'll be able to negotiate next year. And they see how successful it is. Unless Evan Burgoyne comes and somehow damages the hotel or fucks it up and we have to pay for it and the hotel never invites us back. But we'll see. Shubich, would you be willing to share a room with Evan and just chaperone
him? Shoot. I don't know. He liked me a little bit too much that one time I was on live with him.
Yeah, he thought you were a handsome devil.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll need a third chaperone up there with us.
I would like to see Dustin and Aaron usually go at it.
I don't know, Aaron. I think that Dustin's a pretty handful match. He's going to be a little bit too much, I would feel.
Is that your opinion?
That's my opinion for sure. I think that Dustin's going to be a little much for Aaron. No, that's only my opinion. You know, whatever it's worth.
Captain Ogden said he usually.
This was Shubich's the biggest super match Shubich ever had. It was
Yes, that yeah, with Dave's pinky.
Who won that?
That was a very big pinky promise.
uh,
I don't know. I think we both gave up.
yeah. Yeah, it was humorous. Torrin Nolan took that one and posted it.
Humorous.
I got that. What is Dustin's weight?
I don't know.
You know what? I think he just fucking
Yeah,
told.
I did see that.
Like 198 to 205. He's a little
heavy.
guy.
He's heavy right now, but I think he's going to come down for Winter Blast, I believe he said. Let me take a peek real quick.
Yeah. Now, if there wasn't a tournament the day before, I would definitely like to drink with Evan and match him drink for drink. I don't think I could hang as long as him on volume, but I could get a pretty long way. I think that would be fun.
Beers?
Yes. Now, if it's after the tournament, then yes. If it's before and I want to have a semi-decent result, then no.
I mean, I thought you Russians could drink vodka like fucking there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure, but that's not beer. I can't just, deal with beer shits and beer fucking burps and farts.
You've seen him drink a whole fucking case easily on the podcast. He's still normal.
Dude, I haven't seen that, but I know of his stories and I completely believe them.
Dude, when he got on the podcast one night and had a full case, and like after like 3-4 hours, there was only like 1 or 2 left, and he was still going. I was like, holy shit, man.
Right. No, I've done that.
Yeah.
And like that's just like the flow of like I'm not really trying to think about it. I'm not trying to force it in me. And it just happens where I could, I buy myself like a case of however many, and I could take that down.
Are you an asshole when you drink? Or are you how do you get?
No, I mean it's kind of like what I am right now. Like I'll be a sarcastic asshole, but I'm not gonna be an asshole where I actually fuck with people.
Evan?
That's not gonna happen.
An asshole like Evan?
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. I feel like I value friendships just a little bit more than he does.
He actually doesn't have any real friends.
Yeah, I like to think that you guys are my friends sometimes.
And we did have a nice steak dinner.
We did have a nice steak dinner. I enjoyed that a lot. You put me onto something really good there.
Right?
Yeah, dude. I genuinely really enjoyed that.
It's that Parmesan crust, dude.
It is that Parmesan crust. I did have it. I think I told you like a month later or something. I was out with my older brother. We went out to Longhorns. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the spot to be.
Did you force him to
try it out? No Parmesan crust. I asked him to send it back just to add on. No, this is no problem. Just throw on that Parmesan crust for me.
Yeah.
They did. Oh,
did you make your brother try it?
I didn't. He just wasn't game. He doesn't know. So he's gonna miss out. More for us, right? More for us.
Captain Obvious asked if Travis is coming to Winter Blast.
Well, I'll tell you.
Highly unlikely.
No. He's an interesting character as far as the whole 98 saga and all that, but he is one funny motherfucker.
Travis?
Yeah. Like I'll tune into his and Artem's podcast, and I can't stop laughing just because he's like a riot as far as like the outlandish thing he says that make absolutely no sense and have no stake in real life at all. but the dude is a character, and I do enjoy him for that.
Oh,
I would not trust him at all with any business venture whatsoever. But
hell no.
As far as entertainment,
yeah. Oh, he's definitely like an entertaining guy for sure.
Yeah.
He just
a couple of hours ago, the Nightmare said, no problem, but I might be on with a very special guest later. So I'm basically don't think I'm going to stick around to watch it. I think it's an interesting experiment. I'm going to get off of this, go to bed, and we're going to see which of you two.
When did Dan say that, Dave? When did Dan say that?
Oh, it's a while back. He said it on the chat. It's been a couple of hours ago.
Oh, well, Dave, I think Ryan takes the cake on this one. I think I'm bowing out.
Yeah, because I really should be up in the morning.
I finally won one, dude.
Yeah, I have to get my. I didn't see Ted didn't come on tonight, or Ted or Levi Frakowski weren't on tonight, or I would have, because they kept it going last time with me. But showed up.
Well, as soon as you guys leave, I'm going to live masturbate. Just pretend this is my own personal OnlyFans.
Well, you're going to have to do that without me, I think. So, because I'm going to get up, I have to get up early to make sure my scrapple gets there early enough that they can heat it up. But
or you could just say bye.
Because I have to deliver the sit-down table, the scrapple, the condiments, and for the scrapple, and the 98 trinket baskets, 5 of them.
Fucking right.
The drawstring bags with our trinkets in them.
One lucky guy gets a black dildo. Dave, did you look in those bags, Dave?
I only looked in one. I'm not sure if they're all identical. They probably are.
One of them has a lucky black dildo in it.
Okay. No, well, the one I looked at had an FTG helmet, a keychain, and a
koozie.
A koozie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them has those 3 items and a black dildo.
Well, we'll have to tell Berger to save that one for somebody.
Shove it up.
If no one there gets it, that means Dave kept it for himself.
If I wanted to keep it myself, I had them all. I had a whole collection in my trunk.
Which trunk now?
In his trunk. Caboose.
All right, Dave, you take
I'll
care,
see.
man.
Always.
Sleep well.
So, yes.
Show
Have a
me. Boys, what's up?
See you, buddy.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
And then there were fewer.
Jesus. I thought just a bye would have sufficed.
I think that went well.
That was a good night, though. We had a couple, Lucas Raymond coming on was a surprise.
Yeah, he's
I've
staying
been
on
trying to
too.
get him on forever, but he's in bed at 8 every night, 8:30. So he always misses our show,
Yeah.
which sucks because it was such a surprise. Like, we didn't really have anything planned for him. Normally, I would fucking plan like some decent questions and stuff like that. But he just was like, "Oh, I'll come on tonight." And I was like, "Oh, shit." So, but that was cool. He's a good dude. I like him.
He's a real fun guy. I mean, like, once you keep on peeling away the layers, you'll see how cool he is.
Yeah, because
Like, anytime I see him at a tournament, he's just a lot more open than I saw him last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
he's
a guy.
generally like a real quiet, kind of almost comes across as like a shy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude's good.
he comes on here with all of us, and it's like I feel bad for him. He's probably like, Jesus Christ, never again.
No. Is that the feeling you got when I was coming on for the first time? Well, first couple times.
Yeah, I was definitely like, oh, he's never going to come on again.
Definitely a little get out of the shell kind of guy.
It went the other way. Now we can't get you to stop coming. Now we can't get you to stop coming on, damn it. You know what I'm going to do for winter? I think I'm going to do for Winter Blast. You know how I usually make like something to give away for free?
Yeah.
So they make these little, it's like the entire Constitution of the United States. It's like a little handbook.
Yeah.
It's like 98 on the back or the front of it, and just give those.
So like a stupid idea.
Constitution, dude. Constitution
So stupid.
of the United States of America.
Constitution.
Yeah.
That sounds retarded.
Oh,
That sounds so dumb.
you sound un-American. That's the problem.
I am very much an American.
Yeah. People can read it while they watch Armwrestling. Read the Constitution.
With the attention span people have these days, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, half these guys,
that shit.
there's
so
words
quick.
in it that are too long for even Dave's show.
All right, no, don't do that. That's gonna be a waste of 2 cents.
It's an extra gift to throw in the gift bag.
Oh. Don't do it.
I might do it. You never know.
There's
I might.
like 3 guys that are just hardcore patriots that are gonna really appreciate you did that.
Dude, you can customize condoms, and I was gonna have one made that says like 98% effective.
Yeah, now that's what you can need.
Just pass them out.
You should just poke a hole in them.
Just walk around and hand them to people and just be like, be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Or just get on stage and start chucking them into the crowd. Dude, if they do they bring the kids' bounce house, we'll blow up a shitload of them and throw them in the bounce house with the kids.
Just have Tim Lewis come in there and throw them
You
around.
just got to put the greasy side in, so that it's not. We don't want all the kids' hair to be slicked back, fucking all lubed up. Jesus. My wife had a student punch her this week. Kindergarten, a 5-year-old kid. I was like,
What? Nothing happened to him.
No, of course not. I said, give me his address. I'll go punch his parents and be like, if you're, like, I think it'd be funny to teach him a lesson that way.
Dude, we had a kid that was pretty rambunctious, like, throwing his hands around last year. And until he punched one of the pregnant faculty, nothing happened to him. But yeah, once he punched her, like right in the stomach, then yeah, he was booted real quick and transferred to a different school.
Dude, my wife, when she was pregnant, had a female student like kick at her stomach. And she was like, oh my God. Like, then it made her realize, like, fuck, like I could get hurt while I'm pregnant here.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like when a kid acts up crazy like that, they don't remove the kid from the class. They remove the class from the kid.
Mhm.
So I'm like, so you're disrupting 30 fucking kids for this one prick instead of just pulling that little prick out of here. But that's like their policy, I guess.
No, this shit doesn't make sense.
I couldn't be a teacher, dude. Oh, you want to punch me? Fucking, it would not be good. You ever have your
That does not happen.
pull his fingernails out with a pair of pliers? Want to hit people? How you
So
gonna
I'm not at liberty to say whatever I would want to say. So it's all
Yeah.
you, bud.
Definitely not. Oh, how you gonna punch? How you gonna punch teachers with a broken hand?
All right, Ryan, you win this round over here, buddy. I think I'm gonna probably try to head to sleep.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll probably be off here soon too.
Take care.
Later, buddy. Thanks for coming
Love
up.
you. Bye.
Love you too. Fuck that guy. I'm here by myself now. This is a very rare occasion because I usually fall asleep long before anybody else. Who's still on here? Let's see. Still got 13 people watching. Jesus. That makes no sense. Why are you? Oh, now 12 because he left. Why are you people watching this? Fuck that guy. Berger didn't even come on tonight, and he won the free gift this week. Damn it. Damn you, Josh Berger. Well, anyway, I guess I'll get off soon. Nobody wants to watch me fucking talk. But I'm thinking Winter Blast is going to be awesome this year. So hopefully some of you guys can make it out and check it out, because we're putting a lot of work into it, working with a lot of charities, trying to do some good in the world. Plus, Arm Gods, they're supposed to sponsor us, and they may cover Evan coming out. I know Marcus was going to talk to Paul Maiden about it. So that would be cool if they could get Evan to come out and sponsor our event. That'd be pretty cool. It was a victorious night. It's not often that I stay awake longer than the rest of them. But tonight, fucking did it. We did it. Nice chat with Lucas Raymond. Thank you to Lucas for coming on. Look, I got to throw all these names away. Probably should just save these names for next week or the next giveaway. Probably be the same 13 members. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to end this. And thank you all, as usual. Throw out some 98 emojis on our way out of here. And fuck that guy for myself. Catch you guys later.